Welcome to Underground Crypto Deep Dive Research Show. How are my undergrounders doing tonight? All right, we got the blues guy. Says God bless you all. Absolutely. Underground, my man. Let's go and raise that crypto IQ. You know that is my MO. That's what I do. And Melissa posting all my links. Greatest mods in the game. Thank you. Everybody, Chris Goss in the house says 332. Trying to throw me off tonight. Isn't it supposed to be 333? All right, it is the Underground Crypto Deep Dive Show where I am not tired at all, not even a little bit. And also, I just set up the whole studio in a new room, so there's that. And so everything hopefully is going to go real smoothly. Regardless of the fact that I just broke it all down and reset it all up, right? Because nothing usually goes wrong when you do stuff like that. Anyways, I digress. Let's take a look at the crypto bubbles. Melissa says, nothing but love to you all. Back at you. And I hope that you're all healed up from, the fall that you took and all of those things. I hope you are all back to normal, especially because work's got to happen, right? That's the worst part of it all. All right, we have Build On in the World Liberty ecosystem. Yes, I've got my coffee here. Much needed on a day like today. And it's at 61 cents, almost 62 cents. I haven't really tracked the price here. Today it is up 52.9%. And I haven't been tracking the price on this like over time. Not a coin I usually look at its price, I guess is the way that I really want to put it. I kind of want to pull Bookmap up over here. Been making a few trades today. They played out pretty decent, pretty good. I want to refresh that in the background. All right, let's stick to the script. Humanity up 29%. Beautiful people in the house of UG. Blessing everyone. Welcome in, everyone. All right, we are all caught up on the chat. Here's Humanity and Blues Guy. Were you trading Humanity? Did you make some fat stacks off of this Humanity chart? Because it went today, 30% today. Very nice. We have Canton Network, Knight, Injective, Crow, Caspa. That's what kind of pops out to me. We read the big ones, except for Venice tokens up 13.9%. What is it up to? $17.51. Again, everybody, I am in a new studio tonight. Hey, Benjamin is back. Welcome in. Sunny Little Tree says, sup, undergrounders. You know, we're just kicking off the show. We ready to raise that crypto IQ. Drop down another 100 here. If you're just tuning in, we're just kicking off, so don't worry. You haven't missed anything. Haven't missed much. Says, UG, you're such a great spirit, bro. Man, you are good vibes. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we got to keep the good vibes going. Who wants to come on here and try to give people bad vibes? That wouldn't be cool. So in our 100 to 200 region here, we got Billions Network, which we did talk about on Saturday night, right? And then we had Sunday. I don't stream on Sundays, and then we're back at it on Mondays. And I tell you, that day off feels like an hour. I'm pretty sure I end my stream on Saturday night, and about an hour and a half goes by, and then it's Monday at 8:30, and then I kick off this stream. That's how it feels, and I'm not even exaggerating. So we have Bananas 31. Banana for Scale. I remember this thing was around. It's interesting. It's up 15%. We're seeing a lot of alts move, right? Falcon Finance. I remember when this thing came out, right? 7 cents, pretty much flat here. And Crypto Bubbles really changed their layout here. I mentioned it yesterday, but I haven't really got to mess with their new layout. Obviously, I use it the same way that I always use it. Beat back on the radar. Akash Network. We did look at Akash Network, and they are selling resources way too cheap. No, I'm just kidding. They're much cheaper than their competitors. Akash Network is good in the AI infrastructure. Said, I'm holding, bro, not trading. I mean, it's a large swing trade is what you could call that. Long-term trade is just a long swing trade. That's all. So you are trading. All right, let's drop down to the last 100 here. MBG. Oh, MBG by Multibank Group. Yeah. Probably stands for Multibank Group. So it's Multibank Group by Multibank Group. I don't know. Maybe that's not what they're going for. It's up 10.4%. Nothing real big here. Iris. We looked at this several times and we tried to use it. It has like a lot to do with gaming and stuff, and we could not seem to get it to work. But that was very early on. Maybe we need to revisit that, right? We got Camino. I remember when that coin started coming around. Spark down 10%. That's unfortunate. DAG is an interesting constellation. That one's been around a while. It's up 7.9%. So let's move on. Let's do our price rundown here as we give people a minute to come in. He says, Blues guy been stacking up my flare. Nice. I almost went and bought a bunch of flare today. And I really meant to. I just got really distracted when I had to move my studio into a totally different room, remount the green screen, all of that fun stuff, right? I think we should just buy a bag of beet and hold on to it. It seems to always be up. It says, tell me about a day off. Feels like an hour. Oh, yeah. Right on, bro. Me too. Every day. So Bitcoin right now, $81,518. Overall market cap, $2.8 trillion. Ethereum, $2,333. Tether, still $1, kind of, 99 cents, almost $1. XRP, $1.48. XRP kind of getting the thing. Somebody was talking about the cup and handle inside the cup and handle. Seems to be playing out there. BNB, $668. USDC, also still $1. I don't know why I'm in a comical mood tonight. I'm sorry, I apologize. I'll stick to the script. Solana, $97.42. It is. Solana's up 15.9% in the last 7 days. There's something going on here. Yes, UG, totally right, sir. I'm in a long on Flare. Okay. It's about to pop, bro. Very, very high. He's talking about Flare. The king of Flare is in the building. Shout out to the Blues guy. And don't forget the queen of Monad. Benjamin, what is your coin going to be? What coin you going to have? It's like everybody has their coin. So, let's see. What else do we want to talk about here? Dogecoin, 11 cents. Nice. Glad to see that. Cardano, 28 cents. Hyperliquid, $41.72. Zcash, $560. It's come down a little bit. It hit $600, I'm pretty sure. But it's up 31.2% in the last 7 days. Chainlink, $10.56, up 12.7% in the last 7 days. And XMR, $414, with not near as big of a gain in the last 7 days. Toncoin, of course, has been just taking names here. $2.45 for Toncoin, up 48.9% in the last 7 days. This stuff is really waking up. I hope everybody is paying attention. Ton and a little Tron, baby. There you go. So he's going to be the Toncoin, Tron guy. They're close enough in ticker. If you just get rid of the R and Tron, it's just the same thing. So you can have two since they're so close. What do we say? Canton Network, 16 cents. XLM, 16.8, so almost 17 cents. Sui just did the thing. It's already $1.31. I was telling you guys that it was on sale when it was under $1. It's up 40% in the last 7 days. Meme Core, which seems to be my token since I'm on Memex, right? $3.28, and it is up 20.4% in the last 7 days. And you know what it is? We roll down here. Oh, I need to look at ICP because it had done a little bit of a move and then gave it back. So ICP is chilling at $3.34. I like to see that it's doing something. But you know we got to run down, check on Flare. Flare 86 by market cap, still in the top 100. The chart looks very up and to the right, flagging out. We're going to take a look at Flare. So where do we go from here? We go to what is trending. But before we get too far into what is trending, let's touch on the topic of the night, because it's Monday and we're kicking off a new series. So here's how it's going to go. We are going to have me tell you, I had to think it through. Have me tell you a quick story about crypto, set the precedence for the IQ raising informational education in crypto tonight. Then we're going to go to some charts, and we're going to take a look at some charts. We're going to read over what is trending here. So let's go ahead and do that. So what are we going to be talking about? Well, I'm switching things up on you. We've been talking about portfolios for 2 weeks, and then we had kind of a combo week, and then I had to go to Miami, and it was a whole thing, right? But I still got you on that Saturday night stream, so it would have been amazing to actually sleep that Saturday night, but can't do it. All right, so we're going to be talking about DAOs. Why are we going to talk about DAOs? Well, I think you guys will see it's some stuff for the channel. I can't promise anything, but I've got some big ideas due to some people who I've talked to at the meetup down near Bitcoin Consensus, the after party, and of course the Lifer meetup. I met some really interesting people, and it has to do with DAOs. Now, remember when I tell you that I made this channel for 2 to 3 main reasons. One of them being to keep myself consistent, that I would deep dive and research at least an hour, if not 2. Funny, I thought this stream would be like an hour a night when I first started it. I am so wrong. Sometimes we go 4 or 5 hours. Anyways, it's to hold myself accountable. The other one is after I hold myself accountable and I've already done some research and I'm raising my crypto IQ and I'm figuring stuff out, I got to have people to share it with. What fun is doing all of that work when you don't have nobody to be excited about a coin with, like we are excited about Flare in the chat right now, right? So, because this is not just like me getting on here talking about how smart I am, right? That's not what this show is. If that's what you came here for, it's not what you're going to get. I don't know why you would come here for that. But anyways, my point is we grow together. So I wanted to learn more about DAOs myself and how they operate. We've touched on it before, but I really wanted to get into some specific things about DAOs, right? So that's what I chose this week. It's my show. I can pick whatever I want. No, I'm just messing. All right. So let me tell you a short story. For most of history, organizations have followed a similar pattern. A few people make decisions, right? So we're talking about centralization here as we kick off, and we put it in a story type of format so that you can begin to understand it before we get to our talking points, right? And we get to the real facts. So a few people make decisions. Everyone else has to follow them. You have the people at the top, right? Corporations have executives. Governments have elected officials, and churches have leadership. Hierarchies are the default structure of human coordination. Now, a lot of times we just say stuff and maybe it doesn't hit as home. Are you the type of person who really enjoys a deep conversation with somebody? Because that's kind of what these crypto IQ raising events are really meant for. So it has to do with crypto always, but there's other elements in here. Think about this. Hierarchies are the default structure for humans to coordinate in any given, whether it's business, religion, you name it, government. Why is it that we have these hierarchies? Why don't we have another structure? Then crypto introduces a radical idea. And when you understand that hierarchies are the default structure, centralization is the default structure, ownership is the default structure, then you start to understand that this is truly revolutionary, what we are doing. So, in crypto, that is, with decentralization. So what if an organization could be run by its community? Well, a lot of times we try to do that in real life, but it doesn't really work out because greed, many different factors. Greed, power, that's pretty much the same thing. Money, there you go. It's all pretty much the same thing. You can really run it all back to greed. Bro, I remember the start 3 to 6 hours. Yeah. Remember that Halloween stream. Check on Canton Network for me, please. Ticker CC. I'm bullish on it. Yeah, absolutely. I'll do that. So funny, but can't do it. No sleep till Brooklyn. All right. So what if an organization could be run by its community? What if the ownership and governance were distributed? What if the rules lived on chain instead of in a boardroom? That is the promise of the DAO. Sounds great, doesn't it? Sounds like a real breath of fresh air from our regular ways that we organize as human beings, right? Centralization. A decentralized autonomous organization is what a DAO stands for, and I've read this a million times, and I still always have to think about it for a minute. Decentralized autonomous organization. So it's decentralized, not centralized. It's autonomous, right? It runs itself in general. It's made up of a collective, but it runs itself. And then, of course, it's an organization. But this raises deeper questions. Can thousands of strangers coordinate effectively? Like, is there a reason why we don't do decentralization historically? Is it limitations that we've had of keeping people accountable? Maybe with digital, footprints and on-chain metrics, we're able to hold people accountable. So this raises a deeper question. Can thousands of strangers coordinate effectively? Can token ownership create a legitimate governance? Does decentralization truly remove the power? Or maybe it simply redistributes it, right? And perhaps the most important question, if everyone's in charge, then who's really in charge? Think about that. If it's all for the people, by the people, and everybody's in charge, well, then is anybody in charge? And the whole idea in the United States government, that was the concept they came up with, I'm not going to go into if or if not it actually functions like that, but a government by the people, for the people, is a lot like the idea of a DAO. Right? So are they actually the first people to try to take a centralized government and make it decentralized? And they didn't have that terminology. They had the ideas, but they didn't really have the terminology like we have in crypto. All right. So now that that's out of the way, we have set the theme for the week. We're going to be talking about DAOs. Reliable J in the house. What's up, brother? Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you are having a splendid day. Cheers with my coffee here. And you gotta love the internet. You gotta take my word for it that this is coffee that I'm drinking. Deeper, the better. Yep, there you go. Blue guy, or should I say RJ in the house? I guess RJ works. I don't know if he likes that. The choice is yours, buddy. Elio, what's up? Welcome in, welcome in. Says, hey, I've seen that name in the chat before. Thank you, Reliable J, for showing off those custom emojis. That is my respect emoji, and I have to tell you that because it might not be obvious right off rip. I got to get back on the making some emojis, right? So here's what's trending tonight. Xano is trending. It's up 20% in the last 7 days. Now, remember, this is trending, not top gainers, top losers. Don't get lost on me here. We'll go over top gainers, top losers at some point during the stream. I hope. Wojak, Venice Token, BitTensor, Sui, Bitcoin, Ondo, Solana, Pudgy Penguin, strongest NFT in the game, second, maybe Bored Ape Yacht Club. I don't really, besides Pudgy Penguin and Bored Ape Yacht Club, somebody name another NFT project that's like even relevant, and please don't say the crypto pumps. Please don't say that. Lab, Monad, Mega ETH we've been keeping an eye on. I mean, let this thing hit rock bottom and then scoop up a bag is kind of on my radar here, but where's the bottom? 131.4 million. The bottom could be quite far away. I don't exactly know why Mega ETH would fail, unless they just don't have the tech that they say they have. They are very new token. I mean, they have 7-day percentage here, but it's probably 8 or 9 days that they've actually had a token. We've been going over it. All right, says, hey, I'm still in the XRP long, says Max. Thanks for being here. We did talk about that. I hold XRP. I bought XRP between 20 and 50 cents. So technically, I'm still in the XRP long too, Max. So I'm for you. Bro ripped and dipped to almost $7. Lab. Oh, did it really? We're going to have to take a look at that. Whoa, let's go take a look at that real quick. I know Reliable J's been watching that. I know, it goes to $7 and you're like, why in the world did I sell any of it? I should have held it all. This thing is going absolutely nuts. I want to see. I guess I can just go down here where it says all-time high. Yeah, all-time high, $6.70. My goodness, that is a lot. That is a lot. And you see, it was like 13 cents for like the longest time. It was just around 13, 15, 11, 21 there right before it took off, and then it just went. And I'd covered Lab. I had looked at Lab. You can't buy all the coins. I haven't said this in a long time, but you can't buy all the coins unless you want to spread your money so thin that even if you get an amazing move, it won't matter to you very much, right? You got $5 in every coin, and you get 100x or a 10x, but it's not a lot of money. It's not going to change your life. You need the whole market to do 100x for you to do well because you're spread so thin, and that was something we were talking about when it came to portfolios. Now, we're going to move over to TradingView. Everybody's got questions, Flare, Lab, everybody hold those, and then also try to remind me because there was a lot of them. So I will try to make sure I get to everything everybody wanted to look at. Where's TradingView? There it is. Bang, bang. So first and foremost, kind of got to talk about BTC because that really sets the theme for everything. I know a lot of you are lifers, so you've probably already been kind of watching here. I made money on the long, I made money on the short. It's just a very tiny account. I'm mostly just practicing having good risk management, not hopping into another trade the minute I get out of a trade, like just good trading. I don't know what you want to call it, technique, strategy, discipline. That's the word I'm looking for, right? So right this very moment is kind of what I'm looking at here. Falling channel, I've seen this quite a bit. This is on the 30-minute. I don't usually use the 30-minute. Don't know why I'm on the 30-minute. You can also see that the stochastics on the 1 hour are still pointed down. And don't really see much for divergence there. Yeah. So let's go to the 4 hour. And you can see in the 4 hour kind of in this much bigger idea that could take you way up. Even have, let's reset our 4 hour trade here. So there's your 3-to-1, pretty much exactly 3-to-1. So we could go to 90,000, say 90,100, stop at about 78,800, 78,811 if you want to be real specific. And that's kind of what I'm looking at on the 4 hour chart here. I've been kind of dialed in and just trading all day. I didn't take the 4 hour trade. Looking very cup and handle-ish, if you can handle it. Okay, that was a bad joke. All right. So let's see. We have the cup and handle. And that's good to go. You have, of course, this falling channel with the measured move, but of course you have the measured move of the cup, right? Top, bottom, from the neckline. Hopefully my lifer vision is working and I'm doing that right. And that says in the shorter term on the 15-minute, we could see 83,446. Let me look at Bookmap. Bookmap has liquidity all the way to 83,000. And it also has liquidity all the way to 80,500. And the easiest way for me to show this to you is for me to go to CoinGlass. Where are we at? There we are. We are going to come back to TradingView. Don't you worry. And take a look at the liquidation map. Let's refresh it. Make sure we have the latest numbers. What's going on in the chat here? Check the 3-day XRP. I sold all my XRP to reposition in leverage. Wow, XRP super flag. We will be taking a look at that very shortly. Yeah, keep switching up. Keep us in the zone. Let's go. It's a lot of pressure. Got to keep you guys in the zone. All right, let's go zoom in here. This is just 24 hours BTC liquidation map on CoinGlass. Anybody could access this. And it does look like we're closer to this liquidity down here at 81,151. That would be 92.1 million. Just call it 92 million. I don't know why I'm doing all the extra points and stuff. So 91 million chilling right under us and right above us at 82,371. Very specific. You have 100.4 million. And you got a little bit above that as well, another 63 million, and under it, you have the same thing. So it's very similar on both sides, right? This is a little closer. This liquidity is a little closer together, right? And that is what we start building on what we are thinking for BTC. As we move forward, again, if you're a lifer and you have the lifer vision, then you would heed his words and you would know that he says a lot of the time, Monday night is a great time to look for a trade, and it's Monday night at 9 o'clock. So I'm not just doing this TA for the sake of talking. I also am very much looking for a trade. And I kind of like this 15-minute cup and handle trade. It looks pretty nice. 15 minutes coming back down. The 1 hour is not exactly down yet. Let's see. 1 hour candle closes in 56 minutes. So we just printed another one. Hopefully it doesn't rip on us, get carried away. But as of right now, it looks like it is coming down and the 21 needs to get close. It doesn't always touch the 21 though. Like sometimes it just gets close to the 21 and then it'll pop. See what the 4 hour. 4 hours much farther away here. Hopefully the chart isn't too confusing for you guys. You can see trend line, make a flag. We have the bigger measured move and the bigger 4 hour trade here. But as we zoom in and say more like the 15 minute, we have this cup and handle. Just re-explaining everything here. Got your cup and handle. You have a measured move for the cup and handle. That's this one. Make it even more confusing and put points. And then you have a smaller target, which is the measured move of this falling channel. There you go. Looks like a triple bottom on XRP on the 3-day, in my opinion. All right, everybody's talking about XRP. We will go to XRP in just a second. Just wanted to finish my thought here for my own self and my own trade. So let's pull up the long. Do I want to get in it now? I'm not sure. Let's see, bring us down to like a 3-to-1. How close can I get to like the bottom here? Bang. I mean, it's pretty close to the bottom there. All right. So let's zoom in a little bit and see if I can get a better execution. Oh, that 5 minutes, like right on the 200-day moving average. That's kind of like when I would prefer to enter something most of the time. Go down to the 3-day. 3 days under it, looks like it is making a inverted head and shoulder here. Shoulder, head, shoulder, and then huge wick down. Gotta love that. All right, it's looking pretty good to me. I almost feel like not a horrible time to get in. You could front run it. We could wait for the 1 minute to come all the way back up to the 200, but I feel like there's quite a bit of move at that point. We are currently at 81,455, and we had a ton of liquidity down at 80,500. But a lot of times, don't think just because we have 80,500 that it'll like go down there and then come up, because a lot of times that is not the case. So again, we need to get back over here and hit the internet, and let's go look for a trade. I think I like that 15-minute cup and handle on a Monday night like that. I mean, that's really speaking my language. I think we'll go in for like 75%. It's still dropping, which is not the best look. Let me go check something out on the 4 hour real quick. You are, yeah. Bottom of your channel on the 4 hour says you could come down to like 81,000 flat. But you are on that 5 minute 200 for sure. I do like that cup and handle though. I think I'm going to have to enter on that cup and handle and see where we go. We get all the numbers I need. So stop loss at 80,839. $80,839. Could lose $3. And what could we gain? Take profit at $83,470. 83,470. So risk $3 for $10. We are still kind of crashing out here. Does look like it's about to go for a bigger move down, so maybe we need to just hold off for a second. Plague Dog's in the building. What's up, my man? Welcome in, welcome in. And Melissa, whenever we're doing like trading and TradingView and stuff, it's a good time to drop that TradingView link. I do have a link to TradingView if you don't already have it, or if you need to renew and you're not already using, say, like the Lifers link or something like that. If you're linkless, if you have no link, I got you. Also in the Discord, there's a tab for links. Interesting. Where is this thing going? Right when I'm looking to enter this long, it is really starting to kind of fall off the cliff here. And it's got just a ton of room to fall. Got me a little weary about getting in here. Maybe we need to take a look at our entry a little bit more. Go back to TradingView. I know everybody wants to look at XRP and stuff, and we're gonna get there. Just trying to make sure I don't not get a good entry here. So there's our falling channel, cup and handle. Hopefully it's not too messy, the chart. It drives me nuts, so I imagine it probably, if there's anybody not used to doing a lot of TA, it probably drives you nuts too. Let's see, we have this down here. See if we break or if we hold that. The 5-minute 200 must have got broke, yeah. It does, it looks like it is losing it. And it didn't even come down here and like just sit on top of it for a little while first. I mean, it looks like it's going through with some vengeance. So with that being said, I can't stand all these drawings anymore. Get rid of them. Let's pull our fib for this range here. I'm going to pull a full top to bottom. There we go. And 80,763 is the 786 for sure. And as we kind of roll over and lose the 5-minute, it's got me a little weary of entering this trade. Let's go back to the 15. Not really any divergence. I mean, there is some divergence here, right? It's mostly flat. This is pointed up. That is what? Anybody know what that is? Did I know I haven't forgot to spread it out? Of course. Do your thing. Do your thing. I appreciate it. I see 81,002. Yeah, Blues guy, right. Bullish on Lab. I know. Is Lab just going to keep going? What's up, Camsta? Welcome in. Welcome in. There's at least our falling channel, kind of wedge-ish. It does eventually kind of wedge out there. So I'll call it a falling wedge, I guess. Really just looking to see if this retracement's going to go farther. I mean, if you just kind of lose and roll right over this 5-minute 200, That red line is now the 786. And then I was just trying to show this line for divergence. But if it keeps falling down and eventually becomes parallel or something, then you're pretty much out on the divergence. Oh well, I guess all I can do is wait from here. Let's go check out XRP. What is this? And here we had the XRP trade. Hopefully I did post it. I don't remember if I did or not. It said 16%. So far you've got as much as 6%, so like another 10% to go. Basically XRP rolling up to meet the 200-day moving average on the daily. And you got the breakout. You're above the 12-hour, 200, above the 8-hour, of course, and as you roll down, you're probably above all of those. 4-hour really flagging out. Says, my son loves Mario Party. He's pretty good for 4 years old. He knows how to use the items and everything. Understand how to get the stars. I was impressed. Don't enter a biddy trade tonight. It needs more consolidation. Shorts are risky. I keep getting burnt on them. Yeah. Had a nice short earlier after I cashed out on my long. But it was just big wicks to the upside, trying to wash it out constantly. But I think we need at least a day of consolidation, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm just kind of watching because Monday night is a good time to get into a trade. But sometimes it's like Monday night around 8, 9 o'clock. Sometimes it's like Monday night at like 2 in the morning. So we'll see. Good to see you, proud father. You never sent me your email address. So I sent you money for the membership. Is it the start of 40K? I was kidding, Blues. I'm a sign up. I don't need charity, but thanks. I just bought $400 of XRP on spot 2 days ago. Whoop, whoop. There you go. Now you're up. Well done. Then he said it again. 100 of SWE too. Yeah, SWE is a good pick. I like SWE. XRP. Okay, so we're all caught up on the chat. Blues guy said flare to 0. LOL. Flare will be my next bag. There you go. All right. Got to make sure I keep up with that chat. Got to make sure you guys are heard. This is the XRP trade. I mean, not a whole lot has changed. Big cup and handle. Big measured move up to $1.65. That's 16% right there. And I mean, you could go down in this really small time frames if you want. Here's another cup and handle. I mean, it's just making cup and handles, right? Looks like the cup and handle is going to be the XRP pattern here, because that seems to be all you're doing. Have you already broke out? Because this looks pretty nice right there. This is already broken out, kind of looks like it. You got the retest, that's usually where people would enter. Then it's off to the races. Here's your measured move from the breakout. Says $1.52. That really lines up with our other trade, right? Just going to $1.65. So cup and handle here, bro. It's just cup and handles, guys. Just cup. Oh, this is more of a double bottom, I guess. Yeah. But anyways, cup, handle, broke out, cup, handle, breakout, move to the 1 hour. It's all one big cup and handle. It's just cup and handles, guys. I don't know what else to say about that XRP. Margie says, can you please look at render? Absolutely, I can do that. And guys, there was quite a few people who asked me about coins. I'm just now getting, to XRP. It's looking great, and it's got cup and handles inside cup and handles. We've done big time frame, lower time frame, so I'm going to move on from that. I'm going to go ahead and jump right to render real quick, because I see somebody asked and I'm not so used to their name in the chat, so I want to make sure I get to it right away. But go ahead and re-enter. If I haven't gone over something you wanted me to go over, Flare is one in the back of my mind, but you can put that one. Go ahead and put that again, just so I have it up close. All right, so let's go to, I guess, render. Yeah, Binance, let's do that one. Render looking a lot like the Ethereum chart that I just came from. Of course, let's roll all the way to the daily first, because why wouldn't we? Looks like a nice double bottom. Throw that support. Bang. What else do we got rocking here? Maybe a support or a trend line. I don't know. I really like that. That looks good. Not the best as far as this goes, right? This would be an ascending triangle, so you measure it. It's a little weird, but I think your measure move is here, right? So render to -$1. I don't think it's actually going to do that, but it's pretty interesting. Drop into like the 8-hour. You're above the 200 on the 8-hour. Touching the 21. Do see kind of this shoulder, head, shoulder, or maybe the first one doesn't really count and you're gonna get like a shoulder, head, and another shoulder. Either way, or complex, shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, and then a little shoulder maybe. Something of that nature. Let's drop down to the 4-hour. We can get a little bit closer in the sauce here. Again, just a lot of like shoulder, shoulder, head, you know, in pattern. It's got that vibe to it. Render daily broke out. I mean, it did for sure. Don't get me wrong. It got above the 200 there. And of course, when the measured move is like down into the negatives, it's kind of almost unlikely. You definitely have your like double bottom. I don't know if you would count that little shoulder there. It is kind of doing the thing, right, that we look for on a lot of time frames. Get above the 200, start flagging out. This looks like it's going more for like a channel or a falling wedge kind of thing, right? And then you got a measured move right here on the daily. And so BTC has to play ball, right? If BTC wants to fall back down to 80,000, 79,000 while it's like accumulating and stuff, your daily is overbought, right? So it is pointing down here on your stochastic RSI. And it goes to, say, $2.41. You could set up your risk-reward ratio. Nowadays, I'm not taking anything unless I have the risk-reward ratio pretty much already dialed in. And that gives you a percent gain on render of about 24%. Helio says, I have 17 different coins, but I think I need to get it down to about 7. Yeah, it kind of depends on, in my opinion, it's like it kind of depends on how much you have. Like you could own 17 coins and the majority of your money could be in 6 or 7 of them. Or you could own 17 coins and the amount of money you were investing divided equally, you know, between all of them. That's one thing. And as much as I kind of like this, I don't know, render's just giving me some bear vibes. I don't know. Spidey sense is tingling, kind of like an M pattern here. Where this green line is, kind of double topping. I mean, shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. I wouldn't count that shoulder. Maybe like a shoulder, shoulder. Again, complex head and shoulder. But definitely kind of shoulder M pattern, if nothing else, M pattern. I'd like to see it win, and it probably will do all right if BTC continues to cook, right? But like I said, in order to confirm the bull market, Crypto Jeb made a really good case for it. To really confirm a bull market, then we need to be above, like a week and a half, 2 weeks from now, we need to be above 84,000. And I don't even think we've gotten to 84,000. We went to what? Yeah, see, look, I'm glad I didn't get in that long. Let's go to the daily here. Highest wick was like 82,896, so almost 83,000. So we got very close to 83,000, but like we need to get above 84,000 and hold on BTC for everything else to kind of play ball. So keep that in mind when we're talking about render and stuff. Oh, where'd it go? There we are. When we're looking at this on the daily, it could go. I'd at least wait for this 21 to come back up, right? I'd at least let it go sideways 1, 2, 3, 4 days before I even thought about entering it. That's me personally. Says thank you. Absolutely. Yeah. And these are just my thoughts from years of learning from the lifer. My lifer's vision. All right, let's go look at Flare. I know somebody asked about Flare. Here was the hype cup and handle. It did not play out. Remember, these patterns are not 100% they always play out. If they were, you would do nothing but make money 24/7. You definitely got stopped out on hype. Hype had been on a pretty big tear there. And it had kind of a shoulder head inverted. I don't know if I want to call that an inverted head and shoulder. Anyways, that's not what we're here for. We're here for Flare. Let's get to the Flare. FLR. So Flare is not listed on Binance. Is that a thing? Interesting. I guess we will look at it on Coinbase then. And look at that thing rip. Let's go to the daily. So you can see we marked this double bottom. We've talked about it a few times. Flare definitely getting a nice rip from that double bottom where we had a pattern there. Let's go drop down where we can see that a little bit better. What was it on the 4 hour? We definitely had some moves there. We had a whole setup. I guess we got to go to like the 15 to look at it. Here we go. We were looking at this here, and we were just calling for it to here. And it went way more than that. I mean, look at that wick. My goodness. Like if you grab your percentage from where the middle line, which is where price would have been when we took it, 5% move. But that's on a big wick. I mean, the actual measured move was only like a 1%. So you might have needed some high leverage there. Anyways, just seeing that we had some TA that kind of played out, that was nice. Let's go to the daily. And it looks like it's done a big move. I mean, right off the bat, you can't make the mistake of looking at your gap here from your 21-day moving average to where price action is. Definitely going to want to come back down. You know, if you're super bullish and BTC really plays ball, you know, maybe you can get something like this going with a big measured move while the 21 comes back up to interact with price action. That's always great. You know, more than likely, honestly, probably something more like a falling wedge. Those come back down to the 21 much faster, right? And probably once you do that, that gives you a pretty good case for a run on the daily to the 200, which we're seeing for a lot of other coins, right? So this would come down, 200-day moving average, come down probably, meet there, and then you can decide what you're doing, or if you're just going to reject. You guys get the idea. That makes a lot of sense. I'll have 4 main coins and keep the rest as kind of honorable mentions. Elio, I don't think you were here. We did 2 weeks on portfolios where we talked a lot about it. But one thing that kind of stands out to me about what you're saying is just think about risk, right? Think about what is high risk, medium risk, low risk, maybe extremely high risk, right? And then percentages. If you have $1,000 and you put 60%, and this could work with any amount of money, and this is just food for thought. Like, this is just my opinion. This is just a way to start to think about your portfolio, right? Say you put 60%, even 70% in stuff that are extremely solid, things in your top 20, by market cap, from Bitcoin to the most low risk, then down the line, Ethereum, XRP, BNB, like those kind of coins that you're pretty confident they're not going to disappear overnight, right? Solana, even Dogecoin, right? Stuff in your like top 20. And then that's like 60%. It's like, that's solid. So you got that in 60% of your portfolio, is probably going to increase in value, but it's not going to be super crazy. And then you just go down the line from there, and you can pick your whatever percentages make sense to you. So you got 60, now you got 40 left. Take another 25% of that, or 30% would be a good one, and then throw that into a medium risk, right? Something a little lower down, but not in number 300 by market cap. Maybe something more like in the what I would say anywhere from 100 to 30, somewhere in that range, or 50 to 30 by market cap, if you understand what I'm saying. Well, we always look at it at the beginning of the stream when we do the price rundown. And then of course that leaves you with like 10, 15%, whatever you want to, and then you could do 8% of that last 10% in high risk, and then like maybe 2% in extremely high risk. Those are all things you have to figure out for yourself, but it gives you a way to kind of calculate what you're doing and manage your risk. It's all risk management. It doesn't matter if you're trading the same way, like right here, I bring up our trade. This is risk management when we're looking to see what am I actually getting. So when it says like 3 to 1, it's saying, hey, if I put my stop loss here, my take profit here, I would lose 1 to what I would make 3. I'd make 3 times what I could lose, right? And that's good risk management. Same thing in a portfolio. If you get too high risk on everything, if things don't go well, your portfolio also might not do well. Just wanted to say that for a minute. I had a dream. I hear Flare. I looked into it, and man, did I love what I saw. Oh yeah, Canton. That's right, you wanted Canton. I will get to that. When Flare goes, Monad usually goes too. Very interesting correlation there. We find Monad on Flare on upshift. Yep. So let me go take a look at Canton, or CC. Humanity was another one that had a big run today, but I won't get distracted. I get distracted real easy. Y'all got to keep me on track here. I guess we'll go to MEXC. I mean, OKX is a big exchange. I guess we could look at it on OKX. Kind of like MEXC better. Still need to really log into that MEXC. Yep, it had a nice breakout today. Where's that 200? Does it not even have a it doesn't even have a 200 on the daily. And I mean, you had a cup with the handle, right? It bounced. You had this inverted head and shoulder. It did the thing, right? Patterns playing out. And then now you're just getting like this shoulder, head, shoulder. Is that a thing? Very elongated, of course. Definitely kind of a big, long cup here on the daily. A double bottom in there. Like, you're going to see all kinds of patterns once you have good pattern recognition. Like, you'll see that this did the shoulder, head, shoulder, right? Had a big measured move. Don't cheat yourself. Get that whole measured move. And, I mean, it really went for that, right? And that takes you magically right to the top of these regions here. I mean, imagine that. Those are previous tops there. And then this really went for that, like it was supposed to. A lot of times you're not going to get 100% of a measured move. And yeah, there's an inverted head and shoulder in there as we're moving along. That's the, and then once you get up there, now that pattern has effectively played out, right? And then of course you could say it's kind of cup handle-ish. I know a lot of people looking at this like, how are you coming up with this stuff? That is the lifer vision. Don't sleep on that lifer education. Right? It's almost a hard one to see. It's very often that you will have like a double bottom or something inside the cup. You're a little far away from the 21 on the daily, that's for sure. Let's drop down to the 8 hour. I mean, the 8 hour did the thing. I mean, this is, you know, this is the thing. If I ever saw the thing here. What's going on? Just looking at my phone and it like started me from the very beginning of the stream. Very weird. What about ZBCN, not CM? Yeah, I know. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. Did you pick up a bag yet? Blues. Want to get some flair. Oh, I have ZBCN too. Don't worry. Maybe CC. Man, you're all set already. So, I mean, look, this is the thing, right? Get above the 200. It's on 8 hours. Big time frame, right? It can happen on any time frame. Measured move, it flagged out above the 200, 21 came up, got above the 200, started moving up towards your flag, and then bang, it doesn't always wait. You know, it doesn't always wait for you to get the 21 all the way into the pattern or anything of that nature. And it's off to the races there. Now that already obviously kind of broke out. To me, Canton kind of needs to come back down to the 21 a little bit for sure. On the 4 hour, it interacted far more. I mean, this is beautiful as far as flagging out above a 200 and the 21 coming right into price action with 1, 2, 3 wicks right off that 21, and then bang, it held up on the 4 hour, and that 21 is very nice. Go into the 1 hour, and then you kind of feel like the 1 hour starting to do the same thing here. Like it wants to flag out. I don't know what flag to put it in right now. It's very small. See, like something like that's probably not what it is. Probably something like a falling wedge, and we're projecting here. We don't really know exactly. Kind of like that. Right? Something of that nature. Supposed to use the candle bodies, not the wicks. But as you move down, you'll notice that changes, right? That definitely changes. The 15, shoulder, head, shoulder possibility. And again, the candle bodies and wicks will change as you move time frame. Right? So if you're really bullish, it'll kind of evade that inverted or regular head and shoulder pattern, but it doesn't look like it is. And remember, this is kind of what BTC is already doing, right? BTC is already kind of falling down to the bigger time frame 200s. It's bounced back to BTC, back to the 5 minutes. I just really want to check on it. And it's still going. So glad I didn't get into that trade. And there we are. And look, there's the red line. That red line is your 786 retracement. I almost feel like got a little bit of a kind of support here. It's the most beautiful thing in the world, really. And I mean, if you look here, you did have shoulder, head, and shoulder that is breaking out. Let's see what the measured move of that would be. And you're right there. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. You're right there. So who knows how much more you really get a follow through or not a follow through here. Kind of makes me want to buy in a little bit there. But I don't have a pattern or a measured move, right? Going on, just look, Camston's just going ham. I bought the XRP to transfer to weeks, and the idea was to get a small bag of each, but XRP screwed me over and started pumping. There you go. It's usually a good thing. Also, Venice token, it's dropping. Yes. It says I'm up for smackaroos. There you go on 400. Not exactly pumping. Yo, my one AMD stock doubled in a month. Literally over 100%. Well, that's nice. SWE is up 19 bucks on 100. That's pretty good. Giving you the exact 18.94%. We'd be very grateful if all crypto enthusiasts here would please press that like button, subscribe, join the Discord for the following underground crypto on Facebook as well. And the link is in the chat to our free Discord. I really kind of want to get into this, but I've been trying to hold myself a little more accountable to actually having like a pattern or a measured move, and I really don't have one here, that's for sure. I have like maybe some bullish divergence on the one. I don't really like to chase divergences on the 1 minute, not really my thing. I mean, they diverge, but definitely not the nicest thing here. And look, you wick down to 786, and you're at the bottom of the range of this, so it tells me it looks like it's going to keep going. I don't know how you don't buy the 786, though. Gotta buy the 786 here. All right, let's do it. So we're going to go back to weeks. The idea is we got the 786 retracement here in the range. I'm going to buy that up. Wait, I do not want those. I will pull it off. We're going to grab 50% here. Open long. Now it's probably going to keep dumping. We just really don't want to break this bottom line here, which is where you pull your fib from. I hate having to do it over here, but oh, okay, that's right. I could just expand it. That makes life easier. Then it's a lot more like actually being in trading view. And let's draw a bottom. There we go. And then we will come over here and take a look here. It's really dumping. And it's been going for a minute. I just grabbed a 50% here at the 786. This red line is my bottom line. And so pretty much if we break that bottom line, you could pretty much kiss the Fibonacci retracement idea on the 1 minute. Let's bring it more to like the 15. Yeah, I mean, it's straight down. I haven't set my stop loss yet, but my stop loss is basically like right under, this wick. I wouldn't be surprised if it kind of dipped under it just slightly. Usually this is a pretty big dump. I mean, when was the last time you saw a candle like that? This one's kind of close. And these are like big impulses is what we call that. That's a big impulse there on the 15 minute. That's wild. And is it just still going? Yeah, it's just still going. It's not showing any sign of cutting out here. Blues Guy says thank you. Very kind. Camsta says, wow, BTC dropping like it's hot. We don't know how low it will go. It seems to be coming back up, though. Is it worth a shot? Dolphin Dolphin dive. Yep, dolphin dipping. It's coming up as quick. A lot of times it does. That's why I grabbed me a little 50%. If you're in a range like that and you're not buying the 786, I don't know what you're doing. Sometimes it's a genius move. Sometimes it's not going to work out. That's why you have your stop loss. If you wait until you get to the 786, right, you really don't have much that you can lose, right? This is like a 0.3%, 0.36%. So less than a percentage here. There we go. I really like this. Now let's bounce back here and let me get the rest of my move. All right, let me get the rest of my position in there. I like that. There we go. It filled. So I'm in for my, $26.93. Liquidation at 77,000. I would close this thing well before that. And I'm just going to monitor this real closely. I don't exactly have a stop loss yet, but I'm definitely going to take this line down here and set an alert, because if we cross that, I'm going to have to pretty much get out manually. You got this shoulder, head, and shoulder, really this measured move. You got all of that, and then it seems like it's turning around here. Let me take you guys over to weeks. We should already be up on the trade. We are already up 88 cents, $1. These, when it goes down quick, it's like pulling a rubber band back. It usually goes up pretty quick as well. Let me get a little more zoomed in here. And there we go. Some nice impulses the other direction. We're already up $1.20 there. So stop loss under this wick is usually the way to go. I'm actually going to move my alert on TradingView up to under that wick. And we're getting a nice pump. I have many, many things that I want to talk to you guys about. But hey, if the trade's cooking, the trade is cooking. So that we pop back up to the 21. I mean, this is crucial that we actually, consolidate for a minute there or something, and not just like double bottom or something. You could double bottom, of course. At that point, you almost wish you would have took profit. Does look like we're getting rejected at the 21. We are on a 1 minute chart here. Yes, Blues guy, we can definitely take a look at peak. Reliable J with the 333 super chat, the second super chat of the night. Can we reach that goal of 5 super chats tonight? You guys will be the judge of that. And he wants to deep dive on building, please. I got you, brother. That is definitely going, and never be hesitant to remind me if for some reason it seems like I forgot, but I'm going to keep that in the back of my mind for sure. I'm in rising $3 here. That's 1 month of UG membership. Exactly. And I gave you the trade. So there you go. I'm up 11 cents. Close. Just kidding. 31 cents. Big money. Big money. There you go. And this is actually looking pretty all right. Usually when you come up to the 21 and get rejected on that first candle that did eventually turn green, it usually goes straight down real fast. Stochastic on the 1 minute, still high, of course. I mean, it can do whatever it wants, but real tight stop loss here would be a good idea, but I'm just manualing it. I've got an alert on TradingView at the bottom of this wick. It looks like it wants to go because it went up to this 21, right? And a lot of times when you come up to this 21 and it's just not feeling it, it rejects like immediately. And it's just like, it's just holding right here, right? Like it wants to go. It gives me the vibe. You watch enough of this stuff, you certainly get a vibe for it. It's still not getting above that 21 though. We needed to get above that 21 and hold. So I have an alert at the bottom of this wick. Basically, if I don't hear that alert go off, I know that we are cooking to the upside. But I should probably put an alert higher up too. I like say maybe the 200, the top of this range here. Because it could rip really hard and then I totally miss it. So I want to make sure I have an alert on the upside as well. All right, so we're going to go look at Edge 1 for the blues guy, and then we're going to go deep dive build on for Reliable J. And man, I feel like this show could go so many hours. I'm not even against it. There's just so many things to do and so many things to look at. The more I do the show, the more I find more things for us to stay on top of. There we go. Getting the move a little bit there. Getting above that 21. Told you it had that vibe, like it wanted to keep going. What are we up now? $2. I mean, when you're trading with $26, $2 is 7% move, right? So that's really good. Can it keep going? Want to see it return to the top of the range here. Want to see it return to this area up here. Challenge that. Because you have, look, a big gap in your VRVP, which tells me we could very quickly get back up to that region, which is your POC. Here, this is of course a 1 minute with not that many candles, so take that what you want, right? You could add more candles here, and it will change the VRVP. Let's go see if we can find Edge 1. And of course, Dogecoin. I have to pick a chart, kind of fix that up. It's like an inverted head and shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder. But I'll come back to that at another point. Let's see if we can find that edge. He said Edge 1. Right? Edge 1. Is that a different coin? They have Edge 1, so it must be a different coin. Looks like you can get it on CaseX or MEXC. Was very interesting. Got to meet the onboarding for weeks. The person who does the onboarding for new coins. That was very interesting. Never know who you're gonna meet out there. Only been in crypto for what I would say was a pretty short time, and already got a job in crypto, onboarding coins. You know what I mean? For an exchange, like it's pretty cool. So we got the Edge 1. Here's the 4 hour. What is there to say about it? I mean, there's kind of an obvious flagging going on here. A lot of times I don't know what to make of it when you have this like huge wick that's like way higher than what you're actually using, you know, for the pattern itself. You can already kind of see maybe a cup and handle. And it's very straight up and down. I really would love to ask the lifer about this sometime, because I almost feel like I should use the measured move far more, you know, in the pattern. But I have a feeling he would tell me full range. I feel like that's what he would tell me. So, bang. That could go up very quick, very violently. That's on the 4 hour. Of course, as we come up here, you can see your cup and handle. Right, so there's that. Edge, you can tell it's kind of a small coin just by the way that it moves, right? You can tell the liquidity is kind of sometimes given away in the way that it moves. It's one way to say it. Again, where the candle stop and end does change pretty drastically when you move time frames. I really like this trend line here. It's like really tight. I feel like it needs to do something one way or the other. Check on BTC. Look at that. Ooh, are we running back to the 200? Let's go. Again, I'm focusing on percentage when it comes to my trades, not actual moves. But this would be like a 12% move right here, $3. I don't see any reason to lose. Let me be very clear about that. I see no reason to lose here. I almost want to take it where it's at, to be honest with you. Take that nice move back to the top here. If you watch Bookmap too for the CVD down at the bottom of Bookmap, it's really helpful as well. I definitely think this thing could keep going. Let's see, 80,963 for a stop loss in the profit. I'll take it. Why does that say that it's not in profit? It's very weird. 80,970. Let's go with that. 80,970. Lock in $1.17 guaranteed profit here. See if we can get a little bit more out of it. All right, cool. And back to Edge 1. Sorry, I'm a little all over the place when you're trading. You know, I kind of gotta look at stuff. Let's get more into like something a little bit more nitty gritty, like the 15 minutes under the 200, which says bullish patterns have a far less likelihood of playing out, right? 5 minute, very much towing the line, very, volatile price action, I would say. I mean, look at this, and then right back up, which could be good for trading. But it's rather like moving really volatile, or it's like really stuck in a very tight range, right, of accumulation. So keep that in mind. It's basically like it's rather not doing much of anything, or it's very violently moving. So that can be a hard thing to trade. I don't know. For TA on Edge 1, I don't know what else to say about Edge 1. Let's go ahead and bounce over, and let's actually look up Edge 1. Let's bounce back to the internet. That gives us a second to take a look at this trade. Can it bounce? We just need it to stay above the 21. My stop loss is under the 21, right? So I just kind of need it to stay above the 21. It's not very cupish. It's very, V. It's very like V, and then what? Maybe get a double bottom with the Adam and Eve, maybe something of that nature. It's kind of making me feel like I should probably sell this real quick and then re-enter. But then on the other hand, if I do that, it's probably going to run. We were targeting these highs up here, and we hadn't quite got there, although we got very close. You're not getting like big, quick wicks to the bottom like you got here. That tells me there's a little bit of, hesitancy to go down. So I'll keep it open. I'm already locked in for $1. Why not see if you can get a little bit more out of it? Let's hop over and take a look at Edge 1 so we know what it is. Oh, I put Edge 12. There you go. Very interesting. I'm not getting it. Edge 1. Let's see if it comes up on Crypto Rank. You have Edge 196, whatever that is. Edge X. Anybody got a ticker for Edge 1? Do we have to go to Twitter? Sorry, I'm probably way behind on chat. I think I saw some wicks on exchange and none others. No, sorry, needed, sir. I just hold a little bag, not trading. You're welcome, Blues Guy. Do you have a ticker for Edge 1? So I'm not seeing an Edge 1 here. I mean Edge, of course. There's plenty of things for Edge. Boy, we had a lot of things to look at, and I feel like we didn't even get to look at all of them. All right, well we did TA for Edge 1. I wasn't really finding much else. Let's see, Edge 1. Yeah, it doesn't come up unless it's like Edge, right, is the ticker and Edge 1 is the project, and like I'm somehow just kind of missing that. But definitive is Edge. It's not definitive, right? I assume that it's not definitive. Seems like a very small token. He says cup and handle, XRP 1 minute possible pump. Yeah, we did look at that for sure. Now I want to get to build on for Reliable J. Right, build on. And we want to deep dive this a little bit because he asked for a deep dive. He didn't just ask for TA. Let me zoom this out a little bit there. So build on, ticker is B, 62 cents. 368% year to date. Let's go to the max chart. It's only 156% on the max chart. All right, I'm getting my wish. We haven't hit my stop loss yet. Stop loss in the profit. Can't lose the trade. Build on has 625.6 million in market cap. As we go down, it says it's a meme, but it's in the World Liberty Financial Portfolio. Binance Alpha. It says meme, but I don't feel like it's a meme in the way that we normally think about it. It is a BNB smart chain, right? Contract address. Go buildon.online. It is a meme. Don't get me wrong. The USD1 mascot of build on. And think about it for a meme, right, that has nothing going on for it. $625.6 million in its market cap. Like there has to be something to this, right? Like there really does. And even if we come down and we go to market cap on the chart and we look at what our market cap was before it pumped, it just took a huge increase. You went from around 100 million here at this bottom area to 600 million in how long? I don't even know how long that is. Let's go to like the monthly. Let's go ahead. We'll move it back to price because that makes more sense. You can toggle between price and market cap. It's very nice. You can even choose whether you want to get a trading view, a regular chart, CoinGecko terminal, stuff like that. You can compare metrics like CoinGecko's really stepped up their analytics and things over here. They're being competitive. Shirley for trees says ST ETH. Yep, Wrap Pulse breaking out. Do your own research. Yeah, I mean, Reliable J could probably tell us about that. He's very into the Pulse chain. So there we go. Go back to the website. So it had it went from 100 million to 600 million pretty quickly. That's what I was looking at. Yeah, from about April 30th was where it really started to pump, right before it started to pump to, of course, today, where it is at 62 cents. Back here was only at 12 cents. So keep that in mind. These things can move pretty fast. Let's go to their website here. And notice it's all about build on USD1. And USD1 is the stable coin of the World Liberty Finance ecosystem. So as much as it's presenting itself as a meme coin, and I'm sure it's like fun, there seems to be a little bit more to this. And Shirley for trees, if you could smash that like button, thank you for being here. Blues Guy says Build On, or B, is a BNB Smart Chain utility token and meme-inspired project launched in April 2025 that serves as the AI mascot and liquidity provider for the USD1 stablecoin. See, there's more to it. It's not just a meme of a lion. It focuses on building DeFi infrastructure featuring a 1 billion token supply and an AI-driven investment platform. Thank you very much, Blues Guy. Well done. So embrace the USD1 with the warmest passion across all chains. As the leading force in real USD1 construction across all chains, so they say all chains here, they're not limiting themselves to World Liberty Finance, our mission remains simple but serious: to build on USD1 into a living, liquid, and usable on-chain asset with real utility, not just a meme but as infrastructure. And with that given, remember, stable coins and things have huge market caps. So if this really is capable of doing what it says it's going to do and whatnot, 600 million is really a drop in the bucket, right? We could be talking many billions of dollars if this thing works well. So Build On was the first project to treat USD1 not as a narrative, but as a mission. Today we proudly carry that mission further, becoming the builders of real USD1 plus World Liberty Finance use case in liquidity across all ecosystems. See, I'm not just making it up. I always mention World Liberty Finance when I talk about Build On. If you like the way that you're able to really know about a lot of this stuff, when, you know, it's not just knowing about one little niche, right? We stay on top of a lot of stuff. This just a little bit of a knowledge of knowing that this is tied in heavily with World Liberty Finance could be very useful to you. Definitely smash that like button for me. So from memes to mechanisms, from single chain to omni chain, we build for USD1 for World Liberty Finance for real, right? So USD1 very much a stable coin for World Liberty Finance, but just know that if it's a stable coin, it can easily integrate into many other ecosystems. Looks promising. My pick's been fire this year. I've been real selective with experience. Yeah, and this seems like one of those things that I would maybe grab a little, and then if you see it dip and go down, that might be, the move right there. They got a link to their coin market cap. Should be CoinGecko. I like CoinGecko so much better. All right, so we are deep diving this, so we want to continue to go here. It says Build On was the first project to treat as a mission. Yep. I literally just read that. All right, awesome. Thank you very much, Blue Sky. It says now and future, right? So let's get a little bit of a sight for maybe where they want to go, right? So Build On USD1. This isn't just a slogan. Build On, and again, the name is Build On, right? Build On USD1 isn't just casual supporting or promoting USD1. We are actively building and shaping with a clear mission, strong community coordination, deep liquidity strategies, and long-term vision for growth and stability. Today, our role expands beyond a single chain. We are building USD1 and World Liberty Finance, or WLF1, right? There you go. Use cases across the entire multi-chain landscape. So is that another stable coin? I need to double check that. WLF1. I feel like it is. WLF1. Okay. We don't have a direct for it. We have a CoinGecko terminal. It's got a crazy small both market cap. It's very interesting that it's actually even mentioned. This is maybe something to keep a look at, Reliable J, because it seems to be associated with it. Very small market cap. I mean, insanely small. If you have 600 million, right, and you even have like $1 million flow over to this thing, you're talking numbers, right? So I don't know how I feel about it. I don't even know what it is, to be 100% here. I tried to toggle the 1 hour. It didn't like me much. The daily. I don't know how long this thing's been around, but it's been dumping. It's insane how much it's dumped. It's been 0.002 before, so it's added 3 zeros since then. I don't know what it is or why it's down so much. This is a daily chart, so of course this is way back. I don't know how this is related, but they're mentioning it here on Build On, right? This WLF1. So we're building USD1 and WLF1 use cases. I don't know if that's the same one. Let's go back. Let's get out of that. CoinGecko. Yeah, I mean, that looks like the same one. I'm seeing it across here from BNB to Solana. Stupid low liquidity, like almost like a coin you would never consider, right? But if it is somehow connected to this Build On, it could do some kind of ridiculous numbers, right? So I don't know how I buy I don't know how I'm going to get $5 of this, but I will. Actually, I mean, I know how I will. I just wonder if it's the same thing. I wish that they would give us a contract address. Let's try to find a contract address, somebody, for this WLF1. Obviously, I have whatever is coming up over on CoinGecko. But you know the strat, like when something moves like build on, just boomed, right? Look for the money to trickle down into ecosystem type stuff. Build on is building on these, so maybe liquidity could flow into that. I'm not sure. We'll have to see how far they are. We could be getting ahead of ourselves too, right? They might not have a whole lot to say here. So let's keep going. So we are building on USD1 and WLF1, right? So it's very interesting. You would think if they're building on this, it would have a lot more liquidity. So use cases across the entire multi-chain landscape, laying down real infrastructure, real scenarios, and real value. From BNB chain to Omni-chain, from meme to mechanism, Build On is here to construct the backbone of USD1 and WLF1 across ecosystems. And they mention it twice here. It's very interesting to me. What's up, Green Fingers? We might be onto something here. Seems like we could be super early or completely whack. Yeah, it does. I almost feel like the move here is buy a tiny bit. This is my thought. Buy a little bit of Build On, like a very little bit, and then wait for it to dip to get your real bags, right? Let's see, can we pull up a trading view? Let's do trading view. We can actually use some things here. Let's go to more like the 4 hour. And so you had this first range here, right? And you take the full range, you got 618, right? You got golden pocket retracements between the 0.5 and the 618. You didn't get no 786, that's for sure. And then what do you got going on now? You pull this, and I would grab from the impulse, which is pretty much right here. And you're just getting to the 236. So if you got back to the 0.5, you're looking at 51 cents or 52 cents, 618, 48 cents, and the 0.786, 42 cents. Reminds me, I need to check on this trade. Where are we at? Did we lose all our money? We didn't get stopped out. I would have got a notification on the phone. So we're up $3 here. All right. Let's see where we go from here. I want to call it a cup and handle, but it's like, it's not a cup. So we do have our stop loss. Very tempted to move that stop loss up. You start losing that 21, it's probably over. And I notice a lot of times when you're falling in price action, we're going right back to Build On, guys. Just hold on. When you're falling in price action, you get above the 21, but it's not really ready to switch gears yet. It does this thing where it like kind of like just goes sideways and then eventually falls over. Come on, break. If it can break this obvious resistance here, I'll move my stop loss up right here at this red line. If we can get above that red line, I can move my stop loss like right up here. Let's go. All right, I'm not actually moving it. All right, and then back to Build On. This is Yo Blues. 11.5% is a win. Absolutely is a win. So yeah, here's my thought. You could buy a tiny bit where you're at the 0.236 for, see, the thing is they're building on USD1, but they're not actually USD1, right? Like they're not the project USD1. So how much money will flow into this? I don't know. I really got to know more about this project. I could really spend some time on this project. We've already been live, what, an hour and a half? Going on an hour and 45 minutes. To do our actual due diligence and research, Reliable J, his calls have been good. For anybody who doesn't know, Reliable J totally told us about Lab before it did all of what Lab did, and it went to $6.70 from like 13 cents. So gonna give him some credit on that one for sure. B purchases, beta is live. So now we talked about what build on is, right? But I want to get into like, what are they doing? Because they build on. So they're building on this USD1 and they're building on WLF1, right? Which all I can find is the tiniest coin. I'm going to have to really find something on that. That thing is tiny. I mean, $100 on that could make you, a lot of money. I don't want to make any promises. Nothing is financial advice, but if they're talking about the one that has like $5,000 in liquidity, as that money pumps up into the actual build on coin and disperses maybe into their ecosystem, hopefully, it might be too early for that. That's going to be very much dependent on what they've built. So here we're talking about a beta, right? B purchase, beta is live, right? This is what I really want to know about. Cross-chain purchases made simple and fast. I don't know why I read that backwards. So it's cross-chain purchases, right? So interoperability is always good. Infrastructure is always important. One transaction, no hassle. Reliable J, are you liking this deep dive? Am I hitting it on the head? What do you think of WLF1, Reliable J? You might want to do some research on that yourself because that's one, like I said, that's one you could put like $10 in and actually see something decent out of if money flows into it. We got to figure out what it is and what it's built for. That's really what I want to find out. What is WLF1 built for? What is the point of it? What is it supposed to do? What is it connected to? And I will attempt to answer that as well. So one transaction, no hassle, skip the tedious bridging process. So, okay, just choose the token you want, confirm, and you're done. Remember, guys, bridges are the most exploited piece of infrastructure in decentralized blockchain technology, right? So, man, if you could really, I don't know exactly how they're doing it, but if they could get rid of bridging process and just have a different way to do it across multi-chains, like they could win here. I don't know what, I'm not going to say I know what they're actually doing. They have a little... Okay, that just toggles it. Okay. No gas needed on the destination chain. So on the chain that you're actually moving, so like say I'm going from BNB to Ethereum, right? On the chain that I'm going to, which would be your destination chain, which would be Ethereum, from BNB to Ethereum, destination chain is Ethereum. You don't need any gas. That's really cool. So don't worry about holding native gas tokens on the target chain. Your source chain covers it automatically. This is cool. Like if this works like it says it, this is actually really cool. Live pricing and lightning execution. Get real-time quotes with trades usually settling in under 30 seconds. That is some serious finality. Any stable coin, any token. Now that we read this, I'm understanding why Build On is pumping right now. I get it. Use your stable coins, USD1, USDT, and USDC, and more across chains to purchase any token where you need it. Okay, so what do we have here? We have the reworking of the idea of bridging, interoperability, so infrastructure. That's amazing. No gas needed on your destination chain. That's amazing. And then you're talking about things settling in under 30 seconds, like real-time finality. You hear real-time finality being talked a lot on a lot of projects using, and then of course you have different stable coins you could use. That's very interesting. What happens when we hit get started? Okay, so the beta is now launched. So let's grab a token. They don't have a ton of tokens here. Let's say we want to go from base, right, to Sol. So they're starting out, they have just basic ETH, Binance, Smart Chain, Sol, and of course Base. And I'm sure they'll be adding more here. We don't have an address wallet connected yet. We can connect wallet, MetaMask, Coinbase wallet, Injective, and a Ronin wallet. Okay. So this is a beta, so they're just getting started here, right? Where's Chocolate Salty? Did Chocolate Salty get some free build on from an airdrop? I would really like to know that. Yeah, bro, this is interesting. Seems almost too good. Yeah, I'm with you. See, Reliable J, you could tell he's been around here a while because he said things like, this seems almost too good. Yeah, it does a little bit. All right, cool. Time to sell this trade. Let's close that. Oh, wait. Invalid pricing. Yes, you're right. It is definitely invalid pricing. I guess I'm just going to move this. Oh, we never got above this up here. Yeah. So, is this the stop loss? Yes. Let's move that stop loss to like right there. Okay. Yeah, move it. There we go. So we're locking in some money here. It's probably like $2.10 or something like that, but I'll take it for the opportunity to potentially pump up and get above here. We're under the 21 now, but your 1 minute is resetting. Look at that. You just got to the bottom of your stochastic on the 1 minute. So anyways, they have this in beta, so we have something here. I like that. Let's see what we got over here. So B token in USD1 buy, follow on Twitter. Yes, this is what I wanted. I want to go to their Twitter here. So 25.7 thousand followers, still pretty small. First USD1 launchpad. So they are a launchpad for USD1 type tokens. That's pretty awesome. What is going on? What happened? Take me back to the Twitter. WLFI. No. We're looking for WLF1. Right. Like here, when we go to the website, get out of this, and you come down, you see here, look, it says WLFI, World Liberty Finance, right? It's talking about World Liberty Finance. But when you come down here, it's talking about WLF1. I don't think it's a mistake. They did it twice. And it says we're building USD1 and WLF1 use cases across entire multi-chain landscape interoperability. So not World Liberty Finance, Blue Sky, WLF1. I don't see a lot of stuff for it. All I can find is like, Dex Screener, Gecko Terminal type stuff for that. If you love this show, smash the like button. I feel like tonight's episode is highly insightful, and I haven't even got to raise your crypto IQ yet. So we're going to wrap up Build On, and then we're going to move on. Stop loss triggered. There we go. That's why I moved it up. See, it's exactly why I moved it up. And we're up to $29 in the account. Understand that when you're trading with $25, which is what I started with, it's very hard. Fees cost you a lot of money. Like, you have to get a good move. If you have $1,000, you can take the tiniest move and pull profit, right? And pay your fees and all that stuff. When you got $25, like, you need to be up at least over $2 to $3, which is going to be already like 10, 12, 15%, right? Depending on your leverage. Keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. That if you can make $25 into 30, 40, 50 bucks, double it up, like, it's way harder than if you had $1,000 or $100. Everything into perspective. All right, well, I would say we did well in that trade. We caught that little bottom. Boom, bada bing. Let's keep moving. Let's look at announcements here. So we are rebranding to Build On Galaxy, reflecting our mission to build USD1 on a broader scale with the wider sense, building the USD1 ecosystem alongside World Liberty Fi, right? No longer limited by a single track or functionality. To mark this shift, we are proud to unveil the Build On Launchpad, right? A real use case within USD1 designed to power the next-gen projects across ecosystems with key features such as project vetting, which hopefully they do a good job on that, multi-chain support, flexible fundraiser mods, and promotion support. Here's the website, buildon.online. It's got the little verified check. I like that. Okay, that's the website we've been to. Want to make sure we weren't missing any websites here. And I really want to find a mention of this WLF1. I'm going to have to go search it in a minute. I'm just going to roll down some of their Roll down some of their posts here, see if we can find anything about a WLF1. If not, we're going to have to go look it up. Maybe they meant to put WLFI. Like, maybe that's a thing. Maybe it was a typo. But they did it twice, which makes me wonder here. And what's the point of taking the time? Because that could be a huge move. If we find what that actually is and we make some connections. USD1 just reached a 5 billion market cap. There you go. Well done, well done. All right, we're going to go search, and we might get nothing. I'm not really sure what the heck. WFL. Oh, no, WL. World Liberty Finance 1. And we're really not getting anything. So WFL1 refers to the ecosystem and digital assets of World Liberty Financial, a decentralized finance project backed by Yep. The project features 2 primary tokens. Dude, their Twitter memes are fire, right? They really are, though. What is this, like American Dad? Like, what is the artwork? It's like American Dad, right? Yeah, I hear you, Blues Guy. I guess. I mean, it could be World Liberty Financial Ecosystem, right? Or World Liberty Fi. That would make sense. But why does it have, like, such a direct, ticker? Or like, yeah, that I find that kind of weird. Maybe it just refers to that. I mean, it's very possible. But look, it's mentioned we are building USD1, right? And WLF1 use cases. So they're building use cases for USD1 and WLF1. So they're just saying we're building use cases to all World Liberty Financial DeFi stuff. They could be. That would make sense. I was hoping maybe we could figure something out there. We'll keep an eye out for that. That'll be in the back of my mind for sure. I'd love to say tomorrow I'll spend a bunch of time and really figure it out, but who knows? I might have a lot of stuff to do every day. All the time. Reliable J says that's gotta be Trump. Yeah, I'm like 1,000% sure. Their Twitter is very active, at least, right? I thought they had a very good-looking Twitter, good engagement, all of that kind of stuff. Let's roll back to BTC. Should I not have moved my stop loss up? I don't know. Time will tell. Sometimes you gotta actually take some profits and make some actual gains. Shoulder, kind of head, shoulder. All right, onward the show. Because there's a lot of stuff we haven't got to yet. We didn't even get to, this show has been popping. We didn't even get to the Fear and Greed Index today. Is at 49. Can't find anything, typo, maybe, but usually when you do a typo, you don't do it twice in a row like that. And the 1 is nowhere near an L. If you look at your keyboard, they're not even close to each other. So I don't know. I'll definitely keep looking. I assume you asked ChatGPT about it. This WFL1 refers to the ecosystem digital, and it might. Like, it very well might just refer to World Liberty Finance DeFi ecosystem. That could be. So yesterday it was at 48. Today it's at 49. 7 days ago it was at 50. We've been hanging out in this range. Just come down to the bar graph, take a look at the monthly, and you can see we've been chilling in this for a minute now. Let's look at the 7 day. It should be even more. Pretty much flat, right? Since like May 6th, a week ago at least. And then let's roll back to the monthly. I mean, let's see. Here you were at 26, 27, 29, 33, 32, 46. So yeah, since about April 18th, we've really started to pick up. And this last week has been very consistently in that mid-mark, right? That neutral zone. Remember, it's a neutral zone. It's not heavy fear. It's not heavy greed. It's just kind of in the middle. I would kind of like to chill in the neutral zone while we kind of trend up and accumulate, right? Or whatever, accumulation and some, uptrends. I just don't want to see this thing get over exhausted too fast and us have to have like a really big correction, because that is no fun. And we'll go take a look again at what's trending over here. Again, we're like 2 hours into the stream. We really had a lot of stuff to go over today, I guess. I kind of let the stream take us where the stream takes us a lot of the time, right? It does. And that IQ raising event is coming up in just a moment. No need to hold your breath. So, what am I looking at? Probably not what I want to be looking at. I want trending coins. There we go. Osmosis. Okay, they're telling me Osmosis is trending. ARC. Huh. I wonder what ARC could be. Anybody ever heard of ARC? What is ARC? Sounds so familiar. Just can't put my finger on it. Ripple Prime. What is that? What is Ripple Prime? That's a Ripple logo and we're going to have to look at that. We got some interesting stuff to look at. I hope nobody thought they were getting any sleep around here, because we have a lot of stuff to go over if you want to stay on top of your game in this crypto market. So before we do any of that, we're going to go do our talking points, and we're talking about DAOs, right? Is it good that I jump around? It keeps it fun. It keeps it interesting. You don't get too bored. We don't spend too much time on a topic like build on, right? We definitely wouldn't spend 30, 40 minutes just talking about build on. We wouldn't do that here. I'm just messing around. Sometimes you got to spend some time if you really want to know a thing or two. So what a DAO stands for. Okay, we went over this, but a lot of times I go to think about it and it takes me a second. Don't know why. Stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization. Decentralized Autonomous Organization. Decentralized Autonomous Organization. Yes, I'm doing that for me, not you guys. Each word carries important meaning, right? So let's break it down. Why DAOs were created. Now, this is Monday. We're just kicking off this series here. So, of course, we got to get into the kind of the definitions of what a DAO is and stuff, but it sets the foundation. You'd be surprised sometimes when we put our when we humble ourselves and we just listen to stuff, even though we think like, oh, I probably already know all this basic stuff. And you go, oh, yeah, I never really thought about it like that. Or, oh, okay, like I've heard that definition, but I've never really realized it was connected to this and that. You see what I mean? You can pick up small details when you humble yourself and really try to raise that crypto IQ. So why DAOs were created, right? Decentralization, to coordinate people and capital without relying on a traditional centralized management. So governance tokens. Tokens often function as a voting right. Ownership can be translated to influence. So it's governance, but it's also influence, right? And governance has always been synonymous with influence. I mean, you are the original like influencers when you're running for a position in a government or the governance of like, say, a company that's on the stock market or something like that. You have to be somebody people like. You have to be somebody that people know, or they're not going to put a good word in for you. They're not going to vote for you, whatever it is, right? Ready for a pump, guys. Yes, I don't know if he means XRP or Flare or Bitcoin. I don't even know anymore. Smart contracts as rules. So treasury and protocol rules can be enforced automatically on chain. So this is good because you don't have to hope and wish that people do the right thing. You can have transparency, right? And it can all be wrapped in a smart contract where if anybody violates it or tries to violate it, they're punished and exposed and everybody can see them and humiliated. Whatever it is, we can really enforce this with blockchain technology, smart contract stuff like that on chain, where like in real life in a centralized company, it's a little wishy-washy, you know? If they're the brother of the owner of the entire company or the CEO or the one who owns the most shares, they might get special treatment. They might get away with things that they're not supposed to get away with. Decentralized blockchain technology really takes care of that. It's transparent so we can see it. Governance rights are divided, and if somebody tries to do anything, they're not rewarded, and they're also penalized, and it can change varying depending on which, governance you're dealing with. They write their own rules. So decentralization versus reality. A lot of what we're going to be getting into this week is going to be about DAOs and is it really the epitome of decentralization? What are the cons? What are the pros? What are the flaws, right? And is it just blowing smoke? Or is this the future of how to regulate just about anything, right? A DAO. So many DAOs still have concentrated influence among founders, whales, and delegates, right? Because if your voting right and now a DAO can take governance and it can make it whatever it wants. It can be, a lot of them are how many coins you hold. Whoever owns the most coins. So founders are going to have a lot of coins, whales are going to have a lot of coins, and delegates are going to have a lot of coins. DAOs are a social system. That should go without saying. Technology matters, but human behavior matters even more. So the behavior of the people who are doing the governance is going to have a lot to do with what happens. Core insight here. DAOs are not just technology. They are experiments in distributing power. And this is really important to understand, is this whole decentralized blockchain technology has been around for what? Since like 2012, 2010, maybe you could make an argument for. It hasn't really been out and actually having people actively engaged with it very long at all, not many years. So we don't really know how this looks 30 years into a project with a governance. Does it go stale? Does some people just get a hold of everything? How does that work? So, ask the chat, where's my best clip? No, it used to give me I had it. I don't know what happened here. There should be another segment that I had it kind of putting together, and it didn't do it. All right. I think I know why. It's because of the nature of what we're doing, right? It was like a good versus bad kind of lens. You rather know what I'm talking about or you don't know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, then it's all good because we have some stuff to go over here. So you got a little bit of information on DAOs. So there you go. Osmosis, trending, ARC. ARC is USD Circle's project, testnet, whatever you want to call it. It's a good segue to hop over to Robinhood and go ahead and grab our Robinhood testnet tokens. And why are we doing that? Well, because we're going to be going to GM, on-chain GM, and we're basically dealing with 3 different chains. Now, why did I bring this up? Well, because ARC is one of the test nets that we're hoping to get an airdrop from. An unexpected error. I don't like unexpected errors. I don't like them at all. So we want to get some test nets. Yeah, let's do that. Claim your tokens. Easiest way. You'll receive 1 USDC. That doesn't seem right. We should be getting more than 1 USDC. For sure. ARC. Why can I send testnet payout to my wallet? Yeah, why can I not do that? Something about this ain't right. That's not the faucet that I'm used to using either. And I don't like that once I hit like GM, the faucet thing will like disappear on me. Oh, so they're gatekeeping this, huh? You gotta follow them on X, join the Discord, follow the co-founders and everything, and get the pass. All right, cool. That gives us something to do. Chasing test nets is kind of fun. And seeing if we can get some airdrops. I've already done all this stuff before, so. We just have to click on it so that it can go through the steps, you know, and verify that we did it. Then we're going to check here. Mint the badge. Mint the badge. Oh, this is minting on base? Why would we have to mint it on base, though? This is a testnet. This is Arc testnet. This is weird. Verify on base, claim the testnet tokens. So it just seems kind of stupid that I would have to have this badge on base in order to use their faucet. It's kind of just, it's really lame. Because I don't feel like messing with base right now and putting a tiny bit of Ethereum over on base. Like, I don't feel like doing that. I don't feel like doing that at all. I might have to. Let's go to Coinbase. Let me see if I have any Ethereum on Coinbase real quick. All right, I am not in the right thing at all. Well, I love when I have to do this random stuff right now. Not what I want to do. Don't even know if I have any ETH. Should be something. And of course they have to change like where everything is on here. Like I swear like 3 times a day. It's probably more like 1 time a day. Anyways, we're going to move on from that. We're going to go back to on-chain GM. We're just going to do what we can real quick. I don't want to spend a ton of time here. Yo, what is going on? Cancel that. Yes, switch networks for sure. It's on-chain. Oh, hold on. I think I know why it was doing that. No? Maybe because I wasn't connected on chain? No, we're on Arc testnet. This is very weird. I do apologize. That must be new because it was never doing that before. I'm pretty sure I'm... Okay, no, I still have some Arc. There's some USDC on Arc testnet. I thought I was out. Maybe it's light. Maybe it's light VM. But anyways, we're doing 3 different chains right now. We're doing Arc. That's why I brought it up, because it's starting to catch a little bit of steam, it seems. You can see that it was trending over on Crypto Rank. So deploy some smart contracts, GM on chain. We're just creating transactions. This part was not supposed to take very long. That little hiccup with the faucet is mostly what held me up here. Trying to figure out, usually you just hit faucet, it takes you right to the faucet, you put in your contract address to your wallet, and then bang, you get coins. I've used it many times through the on-chain GM. So them adding like this whole badge on base that you need to have, that's what it was. It's this one. And hopefully they don't, dang, they do the same thing here. Really annoying. So I'm going to have to maybe just, it's a very small amount of ETH. I guess I'm going to have to move it over, have it on base, and then I can go ahead and do this. Yeah, no faucet badge. It's kind of stupid if you ask me, because like they're kind of like forcing you to follow these people and forcing you to join their Discord and follow them on X. Like the faucets that have to do with these things, obviously they don't own them, right? I can go right around them by just going to the faucet, but it's awful convenient to just hit that faucet link. It's very nice to do. Let me see if there's a faucet link in our airdrops chat here. Let's see, for Litecoin BM testnet, where's the faucet though? Okay, that's ink. All right, let's do this. They're really messing up my consistency here. I want to be able to very quickly do this. Bang, log in, enable it. Connected, testnet, let's hit that faucet. Where's the faucet? Get started, add to wallet. it, ZKLC. There we are. All right, here we go. So we're just gonna make a request here. We gotta grab and receive. Find the right white forge. Hit copy. Paste request. All right, there you go. That's how you use a faucet. See how like I didn't have to go through on-chain GM to do that. I get why they do it. It forces people to follow them. It forces people to recognize them, and they get some clout here. But it's also really late. But I will get the badge because I do love the convenience of it when we're moving quickly here. And I grabbed that just from our tab in the Discord. I'm telling you, there's useful stuff in there if you want to do any of these airdrops. We're going to hit a few smart contracts. Bang, bang. All right. And now we're back to where we were at ARC. So let's learn a little bit more about ARC, right? We know that we're chasing the airdrop on it with the testnet, but we don't know what it is. Now, another thing, and this is just my assumption from just listening to Chocolate Salty talk a lot of times, when the coin actually comes out and the net goes live, usually that's when we're going to see if we actually get the airdrop or not, right? Maybe they'll do a season 1. Sometimes they'll do a season 2 after they drop, stuff like that. So we're going to continue to see what all we can do. ARC is an EVM compatible layer 1 blockchain by Circle for stablecoin finance, featuring USDC as a gas token and built-in FX engine. Obviously, there's no token generation yet. Their valuation is $3 billion, which I don't know how they come up with those numbers, but they've only actually raised $222 million. So airdrop, I love this, and you can't always find it. It's like they take it away and they put it back. But on CryptoRank.io, they always have this airdrop potential. And then if you click on it, it'll come give you information about airdrops, right? So, as announced, platform is on ARC testnet. You can create NFT collections, mint others, increase your wallet's activity. Okay, see, I've never even done this. Go to platform and connect your wallet and click create button. Fill in the information, right? What the collection name is, all of that stuff. Show testnet, ARC testnet. This is kind of cool. Upload image folder and then launch your collection. Go to the platform and connect your wallet. Select available collection and mint that NFT. This is kind of cool. I think we might do this. I just had such a good idea. I'll just use my thumbnails. I have tons of thumbnails, right? So I'm gonna save this right here. Let's duplicate this out. Remember, the members only stream is a real thing. It's hard to believe, right, that there's a members only stream after we literally are live for like 3 hours, but there is. I am thinking about moving it somewhere else. Let's unpin this. It's not cooperating. Unpin. There we go. I am thinking about doing the members only stream another time. I really need feedback from people on when would be a good time for me to do the members only stream if I didn't do it right after the show. That is the question. I am away from my chat. I greatly apologize for that. Economic system ARC, yep, open layer 1. Thank you, Blues guy. I was away from chat for a minute. Thank you for everybody who's here. If you're here, throw a comment, let me know. I feel like we lost a lot of people, which is sad because I feel like we've been going really hard. Saturday night stream was popping. It was really good. As far as the numbers go, it was a great stream, but the numbers were really good Saturday night too. So maybe there's going to be a Sunday night stream going on here, at least an hour or something like that. We might just have to do that. Don't matter, man. Whenever is cool. All right, cool. And if you're here and you can hear the sound of my voice, throw something in the chat. So we were running through what's trending. let's go ahead and move this. And like I told you guys, I'm not tired, and it has not been a super long day. Looks like a lot of liquidity up to 81,500 here. Just looking at Bookmap. And I redid my, entire studio here. I moved it from another room, or my office, into... it's a long story. If you want to hear that story, you'll have to hear it in the members only, because we're coming up on that, right? So... another thing is, like, we do long streams. Sometimes the members only stream is just going to be like the stream moves into the members only stream. So you're going to need to be a members only in order to even get there. Bro, Panzer Dog is over, I guess. Yes, Reliable J. Let's go double check it. I went to pull it up the other day and it said it was cooked. Yeah, it's done. Doesn't exist. I don't really get it. I'm going to be honest. I don't get why they didn't do something with it. Like, it doesn't make sense. It was good. Like, it was good for all intent purposes. Like, what did they have to do? They already had it running. Like, all they really needed to do was add like a new map every once in a while. Okay, Arc Network. Okay. So McAfee's flagging it. I know why. I mean, this is very kind of niched out stuff here. We know what it is. Not really worth going to. At its core, Malachite is a high-performing consensus, right? So we have this Malachite, which is a high-performing consensus engine developed by informal systems that power Arc with safety, liveness, and resilience at scale. Arc expands the design space for stablecoins by uniting speed with certainty and delivering the native tooling need to meet real-world business obligations, open and composable. So you get the idea, right? It's heavily regulated. It's built to do what it's supposed to do. Scalability is a big problem in the blockchain space. Sounds like Arc is saying, hey, our consensus being the nature in which the company or the project or the blockchain is run. There you go. Melissa is here, says, this dude stayed awake way late every night. Yeah, I sure did. I don't know how to go to sleep early. And I've been getting up early too, hitting that gym. I really was supposed to go to the gym today and it didn't happen. And I've been very disappointed about it, honestly. It sucked. But there's always a tomorrow. And there's always right after the stream. Although it might not be today, it might be tomorrow, right? We need to make one man talk to our people. What did I miss? He said, we need to make one man talk to our people. Now's our chance to fill the vacuum. Bro, I feel like Reliable J is talking encrypted messages here. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we do need to do that. Yep, a Panzer game. And it could be like a straight Panzer game. It could be something different. I almost would change it slightly just because people probably have a little bit of a bad taste in their mouth from that. If I had that project and I made Panzer Dogs, like, why in the world would you not keep it going? I mean, they were literally, like, gonna be on the sweet handheld, like, system. They could have made way more money. Right? Actually doing what they said they were gonna do, and they already had it. It just makes no sense. Yeah, we should make one. That would be cool. I wonder how hard it would be. I do have many projects right now, so it's going to be hard to necessarily do. Let's see. We have eCash, which I've never heard of. I really want to look at this Ripple Prime. Hidden Road. It says Ripple in it, so it's really making me wonder what the heck it is. Ripple Prime, formerly Hidden Road. So this is a rebrand from Hidden Road to Ripple Prime. Now, was it bought? Maybe. Did Ripple maybe buy this? And that's why they're rebranding? It could be. Provides prime brokerage service for a wide range of assets. Which is really interesting. They have a total... they've raised $1.5 billion. Okay, well, this is not a small fry. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this a little bit. So Ripple Prime is Ripple's institutional multi-access prime brokerage platform built on the foundation of Hidden Road, a prime brokerage acquired for $1.5 billion. Okay, it says they raised $1.25 billion. Is that raising like just what Ripple paid to buy them? I don't know. If you started a foundation and Ripple bought you for $1.2 billion, you are winning in life right now. Anyways, and has become the world's first global prime brokerage wholly owned by a crypto company. Okay, so this is the first global prime brokerage wholly owned by a crypto company. Now tell me, let's put our heads together here. Why would Ripple want to own a global prime brokerage? I'll let you chew on that one for a little bit. Maybe your crypto IQ can help you figure that one out. It provides institutions with unified access to clearing, brokerage, and financial services across a wide range of instruments, digital assets, FX, precious metals, derivatives, OTC, which is over-the-counter swaps, and fixed income. With the ability to cross-margin platforms, the platform is designed to serve as a bridge between traditional and on-chain markets. So it just answered the question for you if you didn't know. This is really interesting stuff. I'm at the point where it's kind of like, if you don't think this is interesting, this is what helps us put the pieces together. Now, I'm gonna be honest, what we're talking about here could very easily be interpreted as actually very boring. But what is the narrative behind this, right? Because it really gives it away here, right? The platform is designed to serve as a bridge between traditional and on-chain markets. So by acquiring this Hidden Road foundation, they're now able, because what is the point of this? A lot of times these like foundation, the Hidden Road Foundation, whatever, they probably already hold all of the licensing. Like, they've already gone through the processes. Like, a lot of these big companies are going to come in and they're going to buy something that is already approved and licensed. There's multiple reasons for that, because when the company before that they're acquiring is trying to get approved, they just look like this random little company. Like, they're not connected to crypto. And if Ripple was trying to do it, maybe they would have more issues with the regulator. So to just come in and buy a company that's already got your licensing, especially globally, smart moves on Ripple's behalf here. So the platform enables institutional clients to trade both centralized exchanges and over-the-counter products, as well as DeFi liquidity, for example, through Hyperliquid integration. So you're saying that institutions are going to have access to things like Hyperliquid? That's definitely bringing these two worlds together, right? TradFi and DeFi within a unified risk management and capital efficient margin system. This is really interesting. Now, the part I don't really understand is why this is showing up in our what's trending. Why it's showing up like they raised 1.5 billion. Is there going to be a token with this? Like, is this Hidden Road gonna have like its own token? I'd be on the lookout for this Ripple Prime. There's so many narratives here. One, all your XRP. If a coin is actually token generated from this, guys, there's a good chance that your XRP community is gonna draw a lot of conclusions. Most of them out of this universe, right? But that doesn't matter because speculation will run. Let's go take a look at the website. If you can't tell, I'm fired up. How far into this are we? How long have we been streaming here? 2 hours and 25 minutes, and I'm still fired up. That coffee must actually have worked for once, right? So it actually takes you right to the Ripple website, ripple.com/solutions prime brokerage. Okay, so they have Ripple AI Advisor. So they actually have a link to this, and they actually have this up on their website. So it tells me this is legitimate for sure. Global multi-asset prime brokerage, we kind of went over that already, bringing institutions into modern finance. There you go. Portfolio financing and risk-based margin financing. Clearing annual across markets, $3 trillion. 300 plus institutional customers probably already on this Hidden Road, which they bought. Learn more at hiddenroad.com. And download the white paper. Is that the Ripple white paper or the Hidden Road white paper? The Global Credit Network for Institutions. So they bought this. Looks like they made the website kind of match them. This is hiddenroad.com. Hidden Road is now a part of Ripple. This is cool stuff, guys. Technology-driven prime market. Yeah, we're going to hear a lot of that jazz. Conflict free. It's better than a conflict fee. We do not compete with our clients in any way, nor do we have conflicts of interest with counterparties, custodians, or trading venues. It's a very good point. I hadn't even really got to yet. Conflict free. Comprehensive, yep. Quant-driven platforms enable real-time risk management across venues, products, nice, stable, strong capital base, governance structures. Focused, our sole mission is to become the leading global credit network for institutions, and then it starts over. Here's their services, from clearing, financing, and prime brokerage. This is big money stuff, guys. Big money stuff. There's a reason why Ripple wanted to own this. Kind of leave it at that. You guys can connect the dots. That's a new nickname, Prime Rib. What are y'all talking about? Yep, we should make one. It's got jetted by someone that's all bad karma on them. Yeah. It is, yep, it really is. I'm glad I didn't buy whatever the token was. I never spent any money on Panzer Dogs, and I'm glad to hear that. So, Winford, welcome, by the way. I know you say you normally watch on your TV, so I love when I say something interesting enough that you want to actually comment. And I hope every day I nail some kind of topic that makes you glad that you watch this channel. That's my goal. So, Ripple is going to be a giant. In the end, yeah, absolutely. Touch, grab, press, or smack that like button. It'd be truly appreciated. Ooh, two and a half hours in, and I can't talk no more. Says Melissa, thank you very much. They have G Treasury also a bank. Yes, they do. Yeah, I'm aware of that. But thank you for saying that, because maybe some people in here didn't know that. They do have a bank for sure. I know that they acquired that, and the G Treasury as well. Like that, don't you? Says Melissa. I don't really know what she's talking about here. Maybe we need to hit the crowd's favorite song real quick. All right, so that was a lot. There's a lot to go over, guys. Some days it's just like the stream is a lot of times what the stream is. Movie block, I don't really want to touch that one right now. It's not the most exciting thing. Oh, needed that. When you feel like a cold sensation run down like your back when you crack your neck, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is that a sign that I just destroyed my nerves? It might be. I'm not sure. I'm sure Blue Sky would know. Men love steak. Liz, you know that. Anything to do with steak. I'm literally, as soon as the stream is over, gonna go cook a steak. So, Reliable J knows what he's talking about right here. Steak and eggs, baby. Steak and eggs. Yeah, that's steak and eggs is for the morning. You know, just steak with jerk seasoning. If you've never, oh boy, let me put y'all on. Get you some good jerk seasoning and season your steak with it. So good. And then slap it on the grill if you really want the extra credit. All right, Antier Solutions. I know somebody high up in Ondo. Things are gonna get spicy in a few years. Winford, do you mean that as in for XRP and Ondo and stuff, or do you just mean that for like kind of the whole crypto market overall? And I hear you. I hear people come and tell me that they know so-and-so who's involved with banks and XRP. Like I've met people who introduced me to people who were bankers that swear that they've seen the XRP private ledgers and all this stuff, which is cool, but none of it means they don't see the idea. This is just a random tidbit of information. The idea that they're going to merge the public and private ledgers for XRP is just an idea. Like there's nothing that says they have to do that. And there's a reason why they have a public and then also a private ledger. Like they didn't do that on accident. There you go. So we have this Antier Solutions. Let's try to move through some of this quickly. I am not doing a good job of running through anything quickly right now, but we are doing our due diligence and being disciplined. Steak and eggs, steak tacos, steak and steak. Yep, you got it. Steak and shake is even also really good. They do their fries in beef tallow, and they have a Bitcoin burger that when you buy the burger, they give you $5 in Bitcoin. It's too bad they'll only do it one time, right? One time per wallet, right? I wonder how that would work. I wonder if I could just make a bunch of different wallets, right? Because you buy a burger and it doesn't cost $5, right? And you get the burger and then they give you $5 in Bitcoin. Okay, yeah, and then, yeah. I didn't really bother with it because I was like, oh, you can only do it one time. But if I could do multiple wallets, get a free burger, and also have Bitcoin, might be worth a lot more. Wish I could have did it 10 years ago. It would have been amazing. Yeah, steak and shake, none around here. So sad. Yeah, I feel you on that one. Underground Ripple Prime will be known as Prime Rib from now on. Understood, Melissa. Anything you say goes. We will call it Prime Rib from now on. Solidified. Blues, the heck thought it was a team. I'm building a tank prototype game right now. I found a page. Let's see. He said, what the heck? I thought we was a team. Hey, Reliable J wants to get in on that. See, this seems like a good project to run in the voice chat of the Discord. Wink, wink, you know? Wink, wink. Tokenized stock RWAs. I went to school with a guy, and he was a congressman. Winford, who are you, bro? That's what I need to know right now. Are you like, are you in the Senate? Are you in the House or something? Is this what do I have a big wig on the channel? We went to governance school together. Governor's school. Who goes to governor's school? I didn't even know that was a thing. Is that for people who are governors? Do governors go to a school? Maybe it's like governors for like business and stuff like that. All I can say is everything he touches turns to gold. Well, you let us know right before he's going to touch something because I own some Ondo. UG, the cracking is not from the bones. It's from the cartilage, bro. It's not bad. Hey, you made me feel much better. Thank you, Blues Guy. It doesn't even have to be true, bro. You made me feel better about it. But I'm sure it is true. Guys, stop talking food. I'm fasting. LOL. Yes. That is the worst. UG, private ledger is real. I know it's real. I wasn't saying it's not real. I was saying that the concept of the private ledger and the public ledger like eventually being merged together, and therefore the public ledger would become the price of the private ledger. You know what I'm talking about. The private ledger is supposed to be like significantly higher, like 30,000 per XRP, and then they're going to come in and they're going to make the public ledger, they're going to merge them, and they're just going to adopt the higher price. Like, what if they adopt the lower price? What if they merge them together, and then the private sector's $30,000 XRP goes to $1 or $2 or $3? Like, I don't know. Why can't it go that way? My point is, like, nothing is set in stone, and it's all speculation. I do believe the private ledger exists because I have literally met people in real life who are bankers, and they had some information to back it up, so it seemed very legitimate. He works for Ondo now. Okay. I mean, Winford just told you. He just told you guys. Now you know. Yeah, Blues, that's cool. Give it that real life feel. We need a coin, a website, and a game, wallet, Twitter page, Discord, all that, bro. We gonna win. Yeah. Let's set up guys, if you want to be serious about it, like, let's set up an actual time that we get together, even if it's just for an hour, to touch base on the project and actually see what we can do. And if we do this and put our heads together, we build one thing like that, then we could build many, many, many different things like that. Just saying. Y'all want to get to some business? Let's set a day. Let's set a time. I don't really care if we do it in the members only stream. Like, I don't care what it is. And then we're going to spend, it would be better if it was like 2 hours. It'd be a lot better, but an hour to 2 hours, and we're going to actually put our heads together, move step by step through things, and try to build some stuff, right? So there you go. Let me know. What the heck? I thought it was a team, bro. I can't do all that by myself. Yo, Blues guy turned around and said it right back. We're going to talk about it. I got people that can code that. Yeah, that's cool. And some of the AI stuff we were messing with can code some really cool stuff too. What is it? Lovable? That one's a really cool app. It really does build stuff. It's kind of crazy. So I'm going to eventually talk about this project that I clicked on. We were having way too good of a time here. So this is Antier Solutions. Antier Solutions is a blockchain and AI infrastructure development platform for enterprise-grade digital systems. And they've raised $3 million. Right. A blockchain and AI infrastructure development company. That's all you really need to know because we have way too much stuff to get through. I'm supposed to already be in the members only stream. We haven't done that. Man, I have something really cool to tell you guys in the members only stream. It's not really crypto. It might be, but it's also not. We got to go do some digging and looking. But yeah, there's some cool stuff there. So StableYard. It's got to be about stablecoins, right? StableYard is creating a unified commercial layer for stablecoin payments. We're going to touch on these quick because we'll be back tomorrow, right? Augustus sounds like some Greek something. Augustus is a bank for global financial institutions. You know, I've been saying this for like 2 weeks now. Everything that's coming out in these projects, they're all geared towards institutions and that kind of TradFi coming into DeFi narrative and world. So it's coming. And you see Ondo, we were just talking about Ondo. Ondo is gearing, has been in the background making tokenized versions of stocks and all kinds of stuff that are probably very legitimate and are probably going to be used on large scales. Just saying. So financial institutions required instant round-the-clock programmable clearing operations. What is clearinghouse? You can figure that out on your own. All right, Jurassic Finance, ticker ROAR. That's hilarious. That's one of the funniest things I've seen today. Jurassic Finance, ticker ROAR, and it had there's nothing more serious in finance than dinosaurs, and I think that's the joke here. Is it a meme coin? So funded and backed by Colossum, 9.3 million raised. It's not so bad. Is a Solana project tokenizing rare portfolio asset? Tokenizing a rare portfolio asset. What are we talking about? So Jurassic Finance Lab will originate, authenticate, and structure individual fossil SPVs. What? Each SPV is a standalone vehicle with its own token, holding legally enforceable fractional ownership of a single authenticated specimen. What does that even mean? Legit, what does that even mean? So Jurassic, this sounds so interesting, and this could be next wave stuff. This could be something everybody's doing at some point, or it could be nothing. But Jurassic Finance Lab will originate, authenticate, and structure individual fossil SPVs. Each SPV is a standalone vehicle with its own token, holding legally enforceable fractional ownership of a single authenticated specimen. Just make up my own words, right? My own pronunciation. It's a dialect thing. Jurassic Finance Lab is raising to build? Okay, yeah, duh, they're fundraising. Jurassic, I'm getting tired, I guess. I don't know if I am. Sometimes it shows up before I realize. Jurassic Finance Lab is raising to build, operate, and scale the platform that bridges the buys. What? Level collectibles in retail to retail. This has got some weird, funky stuff going on, but it sounds really interesting. Jurassic Finance is for anyone who wants exposure to the alternative asset that have historically been locked behind the multi-million-dollar minimums. So are we talking about like accredited investor type stuff here? Because when it says locked behind the multi-million-dollar minimums, that makes me think about how you have to have like at least $1 million in the bank to get like accredited investor status, so that you could go get into like ICO rounds and stuff like that. I don't know all the ins and outs. I just know a tiny bit about it. Let's go look at the website. Tokenized dinosaurs. On-chain ownership of Earth's rarest assets. Join the raise. It's over. Raise starts on May 8th. Isn't it like May 11th? Yeah, it is. So whatever this is, it's over. Not late at all. Said I got 30 minutes left in me. I feel you, bro. I feel you. But don't worry, there'll always be a tomorrow stream. Build a bear. Yeah, right. It's like build a bear, build a tank workshop here. Okay, wait, the game is ready. Let me play it. Right. It's all about hosting it. Back to work for me. Good chilling. Catch yous in the next one. Thanks, Green Fingers. Thanks for being here. So what crypto asset do you plan on holding 10 years from now? I'm just curious. Yo, it's funny that we were talking about Ondo, because RWAs, Ondo is my main RWA play, and I'm very much planning on holding it for like 10 years. I really am. That's how you make a small amount of money into something else. Now, I might sell it. See, for me, it's a really interesting question about the crypto, assets I plan to hold for 10 years, because it kind of depends on what the market does, right? If the market does some crazy blow off top, and I look at my overall portfolio, everything I hold, and it's like a really big number, I'm going to sell it. That's just what it is. Like, at some point, like, we do all of this to better our lives, and it's like I can dream about 10 years from now, this, that, and the other, but I really have to sell it at some point to realize the dream of bettering my life. And then, of course, with more money comes the ability to reinvest in bear markets and all those kind of things. Of course, there's that. Now, there's kind of a flip side there. Like, if Ondo, when it comes to not just Ondo necessarily, or one token, I should say necessarily, whether it's Ondo, XRP, Ethereum, whatever, it's also very much like, what does the overall market do, right? If we do like a very slow upward grind for years and years and years, and we don't have the bear markets and the drastic up and downs as heavily on the macro, then I'll probably wind up holding, this is my point, I'll probably wind up holding a lot of stuff for 10 years, a lot longer than I wanted to, right? So, and then there's also things where, like, if I need to have a certain amount of money to cover, whatever I want to cover, say I want to buy a house, say I want to do whatever I want to do, right? And, all I got to do is sell all of one coin or take 10%, 20% profits overall, like, and then I can keep the rest of it for another cycle and still meet my goals, then those would be the things that I would hold. So it's really hard to say. It really is hard to say. But, yeah, 10 years goes fast, says Reliable J. It really does. It really does. I remember, like, vividly, I tell the story a lot. I'm not going to tell the whole story or anything, but I remember vividly buying Dogecoin on Robinhood, for sure. Like, selling I remember the COVID time. Like, I remember all those things, right? And so and that was years ago. That was years ago. I mean, look how quick Joe Biden's presidency went by. That was 4 years. That was 4 years, and it was like a snap of a finger. Pretty crazy. LOL, I think it'll be a little more challenging for the game. I think it'll be a little more challenging for the game. Yeah, those type of things are a little bit more challenging, and that's why they take a little bit of, like, multiple people working to fix things and stuff, right? My fear is always selling too early. Yeah, but like, if you don't ever sell and realize the dream of changing your life in whatever way, everybody's at different phases. Some people are older, they have things, but they've already had a pretty good life, and the fact that they've already like paid off a house and they've already got like a 401k with money to help retire. A 401k shouldn't be your whole retirement, but to help you retire and help you have things to fall back on. You have the asset of your house and vehicles, and like you can hold things for 10, 20 years maybe if you aren't worried about expiring, if you feel me. But like for me, if I can get to a certain point, if it takes, like, I have a certain goal, right, that I want to walk away with to better my life, right? And if I hit that, and there's a lot of money or there's a lot of assets left over, I'm going to leave them alone, right? But if I hit it and it's like it's 99% of my portfolio to even get to my goal, then I'm going to sell like 99% of my portfolio and hopefully have some money to set to the side to buy back in at the bottom of the next bear market. Anyways, we were talking about this Jurassic Finance, right? Says Jurassic Finance sounds like Neanderthal Finance to me. Is that another project, or is that just a cool name that really complements Jurassic Finance? Is there a Neanderthal Finance already? There probably is. BTC already 16 years old. Yeah, there you go. There's a few game makers for hire online that offer to pay only if we are satisfied. Be very skeptical of that. A lot of them like already have your money, so they want a down payment a lot of the time. If you could find one that doesn't want a down payment, then we still got to see what numbers they're talking, right? Reliable J has a guy. Yeah, me and Reliable J kind of already talked about it. I'd love to see what his guy could deliver here. And then we really do want to think through, like, do we want a Panzer Dog, like just little tank game thing, or do we have a better game in mind? Can we build something that maybe works with our brand and things like that, right? Because we are a crypto family, right? So each dinosaur is dedicated SPV managed token on Solana. I hope somebody's done like a YouTube video on this. I say that and I'm like, I should probably be the one to do a YouTube video on this. Oh man, I'm telling you, those AI, yeah, so many thoughts run through my head of things to do. But what I really need to do right now is thank everybody for coming, thank everybody for throwing super chats. I'm going to initiate the members only stream. Now it's not going to instantly change over, right? If you want to come to the members only stream, then you have to be a member because it's for members only. It's in the name. It is $3 a month. If you don't think I'm worth $3 a month for all I do, being live on here 3.5 hours with you, or 3 hours, it'll probably be 4.5 by the time I'm actually done here. And we'll see who can hang. I know a lot of people are burnt. It's a lot of like, I got endurance for days, guys. You do some Chinese Kung Fu for years and years and years, you'll have endurance. Let me put you in horse stance for like, I don't know, literally 45 seconds. If you don't actually do it often, if you've never done it, 45 seconds, it'll be everything, right? It'll be everything. So we're going to switch into a members only stream. I love all my undergrounders. You know, I just want to have something exclusive for the people who are, you know, really hardcore about the channel, right? I need to offer you guys something. And we'll see how many people come over. How many people come to the members only stream will determine how much we get into, right? How deep we go. So that will be starting in 5 minutes. So you got 5 minutes. Don't freak out here. Got a 5-minute countdown. Go over to Chainers real quick. We're going to come back to that. Oh, this is not Chainers. What did we ever do here? What did we ever do? Did we pump to the moon? Take a look at what BTC did real quick. It did nothing. It was flat. I think we sold pretty perfectly. Except for now it looks like it's going to pump up. I would have hated sitting in that thing sideways all that time. No bueno. That would not be fun. Melissa says, a cool name. I was poking fun at the name of the project. I thought so. I thought you were. But then again, would I be surprised if there was a Neanderthal finance? No, I would not. I think it's crazy on a Monday, like, well, Mondays are not usually that crazy, but I mean, I'm surprised that Saturday stream was so good, and then Monday was so slow. People will learn over time, man. The stream that we just did was, in my opinion, so good. Like, we went over so much stuff. I think, like, would I be entertained if I watched this and somebody else was doing what I was doing, but it was like a different person, but it was all the same show? Bro, it'd be like my favorite channel ever. So I don't know. Sometimes all you can do is the best show or version that like is for you, right? That you would love, and that's like the most rewarding thing, even if other people never catch on. Okay, let's chat game ideas. What day? I mean, my schedule's pretty open, like as far as like I'm busy but I'm flexible. That's the thing about my life, is like I am very busy but I'm also very flexible. So if I just needed to set aside like an hour and a half, 2 hours to deal with this on whatever, whether it was daily would be a little difficult, but if it was like 2 to 3 times a week or once a week or something like this, I could make it happen. So I really gotta know about other people's schedules, because I'm the one with the most flexible schedule. Not trying to flex on you, but you guys kind of let me know what works for you guys, and then we could go from there. I got a full schedule till Thursday, says Reliable J. Well, that's good to hear, because that means you're making bread. Underground ready for training, Sensei. Oh yeah, man. I'm like, Google some horse dance, and we'll do a little bit. We'll see. We will see. Not a lot of people survive horse dance. I'll keep it real with you. Nothing will make you want to quit like horse dance will, and that's exactly why in like Chinese martial arts they make you stand in horse dance for like the first 6 months, some styles even a year, before they actually ever teach you anything that you came there to learn. It's more to see if you're real serious before they give away all those Chinese secrets. They need to know that you're really about it. You're really dedicated. Melissa says maybe we could do some slots if you haven't used mine yet. We could. It would be cool if we could hold it over till tomorrow, just because I have to go move it all around. But if you just say the word, yeah, let's do it tomorrow, Melissa. I am gonna, in the members only, I am gonna like mess around with some slots for a minute, but for as far as spending yours, I don't, honestly, pretty tired. I don't want to have to go do that, but I'll have it all ready for tomorrow. We can do it tomorrow. Are you available tomorrow? That's what I should be asking, because honestly, I'll go move it around if you're like not available tomorrow or something like that. It is very taxing, as much as I love it, and it's a labor of passion. I forget what the saying goes, but doing a 3-hour stream and then turning around and doing a, hour and a half to 2 hour like members only is rough.